Check 1 2. Check, check, check. Check, check 1 2. Checking 1 2. Checking 1 2. Yeah. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing radio check 1 2. Radio check 1 2. I mean, what are the levels at? Are they too high? Or are they? Checking 1 2. Checking 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. Because my stereo level is not that high.
This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to Ridgefield, Washington for the West Coast League and season opener for the Ridgefield Raptors. The 2022 campaign begins tonight. It is the Ridgefield Raptors and the Cowlitz Blackbears getting started right now here at the Rourke. And the first pitch of the 2022 season is fouled back. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on the Ridgefield Raptors live stream. On the mound today for Ridgefield is Josh Sandoval, left-hander from Chaffee College, facing Caden Parker out of Clark College. So glad that you're with us as we begin the 2022 campaign with a non-league contest tonight here in Ridgefield. The 0-1 pitch from Sandoval is outside, and it's 1-1 from Josh Sandoval. I'll get you the starting lineups as we go here in the top of the first inning from beautiful Ridgefield, Washington, at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, where the Raptors staked their home back in 2019 in the inaugural season. Third season begins today. 1-1 pitch fouled back by Caden Parker, and it's 1-2 strikes from the opening day starter, Josh Sandoval, left-hander from Chaffee College in Southern California. The defensive alignment for Ridgefield today as we begin the 2022 season. Jacob Sharp is his battery mate. Isaac Lovings at first base, returning to the club. The 1-2 pitch down and in. 2-2 strikes. Nathan Kirkpatrick at second base. Mikey Kane and Doyle Kane both in the starting lineup. Mikey is the shortstop. Doyle in center field. Steven Espinoza plays third base. Safea Mawai is in left field. And Trent Prokes, the leadoff hitter, is in right field tonight. 2-2 strikes from Josh Sandoval to the leadoff hitter in the top of the first inning. Poke to right field towards Prokes. He can't get there. Lands in front of him for a two-bouncer, a base hit for Caden Parker. And Cowlitz has their leadoff man aboard, just like last year in 2021 when Ridgefield began that season. First batter for Cowlitz. It was even the first pitch lined a double to right center. We didn't even have time to say hello, welcome, and already was Matthew Schwarz, his younger brother. Michael joins the team this year for Cowlitz on the first pitch of 2021. Took longer for Cowlitz to get a base hit, albeit still on the first batter, and Caden Parker is aboard. One runner on, and the first pitch to Ethan Stacy is in the dirt, ball one. Nobody out, top of the first inning for Ridgefield against the Cowlitz Blackbears, the Columbia River Cup beginning today. That's the rivalry between these two ball clubs in Southwest Washington. 1-0 pitch from Sandoval, a fastball just below the knees, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner on first for the Blackbears. Cowlitz got that runner aboard to start the 2021 season last year. Season opener, same ballpark, same team, same situation, same time, 6:35. And the first pitch of that season was roped to right center for a double, and Cowlitz scored the opening run last season. A strike from Sandoval to make it 2-1 on Ethan Stacy. Ridgefield did come back to score 4 runs early in that ball game, take a big lead, but Cowlitz came back to win that game in the season opener last year. Ridgefield hoping to start 1-0 this year. It is a non-league game, so West Coast League standings not affected, but fun start to the season nonetheless. Slider outside, and it's 3-1 from Josh Sandoval with a runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. A lot of fun being here last year. I'm Josh Warden, returning from last season. Was a lot of fun covering the team and traveling with the ball club every day. And doing the same thing this year, getting to know a whole new team. Not completely new, some faces coming back, including the head coach, Chris Cota. Here's the 3-1 pitch, dots the outside corner. And it's a full count from Josh Sandoval to Ethan Stacy. The shortstop for Cowlitz today. He hails from Lower Columbia College in Longview. Cowlitz plays their home games at Lower Columbia College at David Story Field. Travel an hour south there. Runner goes on the 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. No throw from Jacob Sharp, so it is a strikeout and stolen base on the same play. But Sandoval records his first out of the season and the first put out of the 2022 summer. Ethan Stacy strikes out swinging on a 3-2 pitch with Caden Parker stealing. Runner in scoring position now for the Blackbears with one away in the top of the first inning. No score between these rivals from Southwest Washington. Faced each other 7 times last year and have a routine of 7 games against each other every year. First pitch to Callan Halverson is wild in the dirt. Bounces away from Jacob Sharp, and that will improve Caden Parker 90 feet. He trots to third base on the wild pitch, and Cowlitz is threatening to score first here in the opening inning. Sharp, the battery made of Sandoval, walks him back to the mound and gives him a fist bump before jogging back to home plate. Our umpiring crew tonight, by the way, Dave Ratcliffe behind home and Gary Lux in the bases, both of them from the Evergreen Umpiring Association. Taking care of opening day duties here, June 1st, 2022. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Josh Sandoval, fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 on. With Caden Parker aboard at third base after a single, a stolen base, a wild pitch. And with 1 away, a ball in play will likely score him. The infield is not playing in. And so anywhere other than a ground ball to the pitcher likely would be an RBI. This one may cover that ground and maybe more. A high fly ball to deep center field. It might get over the batter's eye. Indeed it does. Callan Halverson crushes one to straightaway center field. It leaves the yard over the batter's eye. And the Black Bears are ahead 2-0 here on opening day. Takes care of a fastball and places it right over to Hillhurst Road for a 2-run home run for Callan Halverson. And the Utah State Aggie gets the first RBIs of the season. Scores Caden Parker from third. And it's 2-0 Cowlitz here in the first inning. Alec Arnone is next for the Black Bears. And the first pitch to him is a ball just low, 1-0. Cowlitz got ahead last year in the season opener, scored in the first inning just like they did today. But that lead was short-lived. The Raptors came back to score in the bottom of the first to take a lead of their own in what turned out to be a fairly high-scoring affair last year in the season opener. 10-8 was the final. Cowlitz came back. A ground ball on the 1-0 pitch over the pitcher's head. The shortstop Kane comes into field, and Mikey throws accurately to first base. A 6-3 put out, 2 away in the first inning. Mikey Kane to Isaac Lovings, the assist in the put out. 2 players returning from last year, although neither of them played in the season opening game last year. They both came in late in the season, having previously played in various summer leagues. Mikey Kane coming from Kansas along with his older brother, Doyle, who's playing center field. Isaac Lovings was playing in the Golden State Collegiate Baseball League. He was in Reno, Nevada. Ironically, not in the Golden State, but they're in the league. And then joined Ridgefield late this season, however. He's on the opening day roster and will be here all summer long. And he's enjoying it, wanted to do that. And here he is. First pitch is low to Sean Mulcair. Talk about returning players. He comes back to Cowlitz. He was a Black Bear last year and now faces Ridgefield again. 1-0 pitch to Mulcair is in the dirt. 2-0. 2 outs, nobody on. Cowlitz taking a 2-0 lead here in the first inning on a Callan Halverson home run to center field. 2-0 Black Bears in the top of the first. Sean Mulcair returning to Cowlitz. He's from Kenmore, Washington, his hometown, and has spent 3 years with the University of Portland. Left-handed batter with a 2-0 pitch. Watches it catch the outside edge. He nods his head, saying, I agree with it. Give him the call on that one. Makes it 2-1 with 2 outs and the base is empty. Infield playing straight up, perhaps stretched a bit towards the lines. Big hole right up the middle to Sean Mulcair, who hit .250 for the Pilots this spring. 2-1 pitch, off speed, in for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Sandoval 1 strike away from ending the frame. Ridgefield will try to throw just about every pitcher tonight. Still getting all the players coming in from their respective colleges to fill out the roster. 2-2 pitch, slider, bounced foul, and it remains 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 runs in for the Black Bears in the opening inning. Ridgefield might just throw 9 pitchers in 9 innings. That indeed is the plan. Pitching coach Anthony Nasso is lining it up and planning out every inning, planning a new pitcher for every frame. So you'll probably see 9 different pitchers today for Ridgefield. 2-2 pitch, change up, bounce back to Sandoval. The pitcher comes off the mound and throws to first for the out. A 1-3 put out to end the frame. He does allow 2 hits and 2 runs, and a home run by Callan Halverson highlights Cowlitz's start to this ball game. Through half an inning, it's the Black Bears 2 and the Ridgefield Raptors coming up in the bottom of the first on the Raptors live stream.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. The Ridgefield Raptors and the Cowlitz Blackbears kicking off the 2022 season today, and a rematch of last year's 7-game set between these two Southwest rivals. It's 2-0, Cowlitz leading it through half an inning on a 2-run home run by Callan Halverson, and now it's the Ridgefield Raptors a chance to bat here to open up this season. I'll get you the starting lineups for Ridgefield. Leading off for Chris Coda's crew. Playing right field is Trent Prokes out of Modesto Junior College, batting second. The shortstop, committed to USC, is Mikey Kane from College of the Canyons. Batting third, the designated hitter, just glad to say his name, be back out there, Will Chambers. How can you not love Will Chambers? He bats third, a returner for Ridgefield, led the league in home runs last year and led the league in jokes made, an unofficial stat. Batting cleanup and first baseman Isaac Lovings. Batting fifth, newcomer to the team, left fielder Safea Mawai from Hawaii. Batting sixth, the center fielder Doyle Kane. Batting seventh for the Raptors, the catcher Jacob Sharp. The 8-hole hitter and third baseman Steven Espinoza. And the 9-hole hitter, second baseman Nathan Kirkpatrick from St. Mary's College. First pitch to the Raptors on the season from Brandon Wedge is high and away for ball one. Wedge, a right-hander from Chaffey College. So both starters today, starting pitchers from the same Southern California-based institution. 1-0 pitch from Wedge is fouled back. His college teammate Josh Sandoval gave up 2 runs in the top of the first, so Wedge has some run support. A foul ball from Trent Prokes makes the count 1-1. 2-0 lead for the Cowlitz Blackbears. And the first inning here from Ridgefield, home site for the Raptors since 2019. A ball down and away to make it 2-1. This ballpark, just beautiful. Completed late 2018 in time for the 2019 summer. Then couldn't play here in 2020, but came back last summer. And Ridgefield made the playoffs for the first time. The ball outside to make it 3-1 to Trent Prokes, left-handed hitter. Sophomore from Modesto Junior College. He's from Modesto, California. That's a 3-1 count to work with. Takes a pitch just off the plate. And a leadoff walk for Trent Prokes. On 5 pitches, sets up Mikey Kane with a base runner. And the bottom of the first, 2-0 Cowlitz. So these two rivals matching up against each other 7 times every year. Most teams in the West Coast League play against each other 1, maybe 2 series. If you're in the same division, you might have a home and home. A lot of teams you play once. Some teams Ridgefield won't face at all this season, especially with the league expanding to 16 teams this year. 5 north of the border, and I don't mean the Oregon-Washington border, I mean the international border. 7 teams in Washington, 4 in the Beaver State and Oregon. And so Ridgefield will not play every team, but most of them, including a Canadian trip next week. Go up to Kelowna and Nanaimo for the first international trip since 2019. First pitch is a ball to Mikey Kane. Takes a strike to even up the count. Runner on first for Ridgefield. It's a 2-0 advantage for the Cowlitz Blackbears. Mikey Kane at the dish. Will Chambers on deck. Mikey, the younger brother, his older sibling Doyle is batting 6th in the lineup today. Mikey has a runner on first, nobody out from Brandon Wedge. The 1-1 pitch from the right-hander. Off-speed fouled off the hands into the screen. Good crowd on hand. Cloudy day but warm. Low 70s most of the afternoon. Sunset just before 9 o'clock tonight. We'll keep on getting later for the next 20 days until the solstice on the 21st of this month. And it'll sunset at about midnight. Okay, not that late. We're not in Alaska, but pretty late and already almost at 9 p.m. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mikey Kane. A looping breaking ball that came out of the hand wrong of Wedge. Goes over the head of Mikey Kane. Snagged by Alec Arnone, the catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on first. 2-run lead for the Blackbears. Arnone, the catcher for Cowlitz. Case Ogata at first base. Brady Majeski at second. Ethan Stacy, the shortstop. Nick Miller at the hot corner. 2-2 pitch from Brandon Wedge. Fastball swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Arnone. He held on to it for a foul tip strikeout. And there's one away in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 lead for the Blackbears. Trent Prokes stays at first for Will Chambers, getting his first at-bat of the 2022 season. What a year he had last season for Ridgefield. And what a college career he has had. Chambers, the switch hitter, batting left against the right-hander Brandon Wedge. Chambers, last year's West Coast League home run leader with 9 on the season. First pitch to Chambers this year is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. Chambers, who transferred, committed in the middle of last year. So when he came in, he was at College of the Canyons, but had spent 2 years there. Was trying to go from the JUCO level and make it to the D1 ranks was his hope. And he hit well, and his time at Ridgefield helped him get to the D1 ranks, just showing what power he had. 0-1 pitch with the runner going. Prokes is going to get in easily with a pitch in the dirt. No chance for a throw. And Trent Prokes will be credited with a stolen base. And the first steal of the season for the Ridgefield Raptors goes the way of Trent Prokes. Into second base, it's a 1-1 count to Will Chambers with 1 away. Chambers went to Dixie State, committed partway through the year. Dixie State out of the Western Athletic Conference in St. George, Utah. D1 institution. 1-1 pitch to Will is down and in, ball 2. 2-1 with 1 out. 2-0 lead for Cowlitz. And Will Chambers, who had went on to his 3rd college. He started at UC Santa Barbara. Didn't really work out there and knew pretty early on when he arrived he wasn't going to stay long. Never appeared in a game for the Gauchos. Transferred to the JUCO level to show what he was capable of and wanted to make it back to the D1 ranks. And it took a while. A lot of stuff happened in between his transfer out of D1 back to D1, but it worked out. 2-1 pitch, he fouls back on his first swing as a Raptor this year. 2-2's the count to Will Chambers. 2 years at College of the Canyons, 2 knee reconstructions, 3 significant knee injuries. But he's got the slugging power. And the 6'3", 220-pounder, designated hitter. Played a little bit of first base last year, but primarily a DH. Who needs a glove when you got the slugging power of Will Chambers? 2-2 the count of Brandon Wedge with a runner on second base. 1 out, looping breaking ball. Stays at the shoulders. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Will Chambers played 35 games for the Trailblazers of Dixie State University this spring. Batted .250 on the year with a couple of home runs. And hoping to build some momentum, stay healthy, and really get into a rhythm this summer. Go back to Dixie State with good feels and still has plenty of eligibility left. Here's a payoff pitch to Will Chambers with 1 away. It is outside, ball 4. And Will Chambers, who walked twice in the season opener last year against Cowlitz, draws his first walk in his first plate appearance this year. Chambers, who has 3 years of eligibility left, could be a Ridgefield Raptor a long time. That's one of the requirements of the West Coast League. It's for players who have college eligibility remaining. Isaac Levings has just 1 more year. He's from Pacific in Forest Grove, Z3 University, just south of the border. And the senior steps in with a runner on first and a runner on second. 1 away, bottom of the first. 2-0 lead for Cowlitz, the visiting team here at the Rourke. Levings takes a hack at the first pitch from Brandon Wedge and fouls it behind home plate. 0-1 the count to the catcher. He's playing first base today. Can play both of those positions. Primarily a catcher for the Boxers of Pacific. Hit 11 home runs in his college season this spring and reached the postseason with Pacific. Runners on first and second. Here's the 0-1 from Wedge. From the stretch, a slider bounces away from Arnone, and it'll move both runners up 90 feet. And now the tying run in scoring position. A wild pitch to push Trent Prokes to third. Will Chambers up to second. He is the tying run. And Isaac Levings with an RBI opportunity. The Raptors trailing by 2 after the Cowlitz Blackbears picked up a couple of hits in the top of the first inning. And the Cowlitz Blackbear and the Ridgefield Raptors now yet to get a hit, but they got 2 runners in scoring position. 2 walks, getting the Raptors on the base paths. The sun poking out here in Ridgefield. 1-1 pitch to Isaac Lovings. Good accuracy from Wedge. Catches the inside corner, pitch low and in, and got the strike call. 1-2 the count from Brandon Wedge. 1 away to Isaac Lovings. And the runners on second and third for Ridgefield. Bottom of the first inning. Wedge comes set. Checks the runner briefly, then blows a fastball past Isaac Lovings, who swings and misses. And strike 3, 2 punch outs, and so still no balls put in play yet for Ridgefield, as Brandon Wedge has alternated walks and strikeouts. And now it's up to the Hilo, Hawaii native, Safea Mawai, steps to the plate for his first at-bat as a Raptor. 6'1", 240-pounder. He's playing left field today. And a long time coming for Safea. Did not play college ball this spring. Played freshman ball, played as a freshman for the University of Hawaii. Been a while, and he takes the first pitch, grounds it up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher. The second baseman, Majeski, throws to first, not in time. It's an RBI infield single for Safea Mawai on his first base hit as a Raptor, and Ridgefield's on the board with a base hit for Safea Mawai. Off the pitcher's glove, it'll go down as a single. And so it scores Trent Prokes from third base. Will Chambers gets to third. And it's Doyle Kane now with a chance to tie the ball game. Tying run at third. Still 2 outs, so a clutch hit from Safea Mawai on the first pitch he saw. Grounded at 1 bouncer back to Wedge. And behind him for a base hit. First pitch is a strike to Doyle Kane. Playing center field today. He's more of a first baseman last year with the Raptors, who had a lot of outfield depth. He came in to play first late in the season. Kobe Morales was playing a lot of first earlier in the year. Both community college guys from SoCal. Doyle Kane swings and misses. He's from College of the Canyons. Kobe Morales was from Cypress College. And we learned late in that summer he was committed to University of Washington and played well as starting player for the Huskies this year. So congratulations to a former Raptor and Kobe Morales. Doyle Kane has an 0-2 count with 2 outs. 2-1's the score. Cowlitz in front. Change up hit down the right field line, foul. And Doyle Kane stays alive. Runners on the corners. Cowlitz scoring 2 in the top of the first, and Ridgefield 1 so far, trying to make it a crooked number and tie the game. If Doyle Kane can contribute, but he's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Right fielder Sean Mulcair looking into the sun. Still a couple hours from setting here in Ridgefield. No balls and 2 strikes from Wedge, and again, Doyle Kane fights off an 0-2 pitch, this time fouling it back. In the on-deck circle is Jacob Sharp, awaiting his first at-bat as a Raptor. Trent Prokes walked to start out this bottom of the first. Mikey Kane went down swinging. Will Chambers walked. Isaac Loving struck out, and then Safea Mawai was the first one to bat a ball in play and got a base hit out of it. Good things happen when you put the ball in between the foul lines, although drawing walks did help. Here's another 0-2 pitch in the dirt, not far enough away from Arnone as it bounced a couple of steps down the third baseline. Will Chambers stays put. If he gets an edge, he'll be running. Will Chambers is he'll be a speedster, at least in his mind. He might come down the line. Can't let the ball get too far away. Chambers could score the tying run. Bottom of the first, Cowlitz ahead 2-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Doyle Kane with runners on the corners. Wedge from the stretch. Fastball hit off the fist and off the netting to the first base side. Over the head of Alan Embry, new head coach for Cowlitz. Managing his first game for the Blackbears, formerly an assistant coach with Ben Elks. Coached in the Independent League in Salem last year, most notably from the area. Bush Prairie High School, and World Series champion. Doyle Kane takes a half swing and did go around and strikes out. And so Brandon Wedge strikes out the side in the bottom of the first inning, but Safea Mawai gets an RBI single to get Ridgefield on the board through 1 inning of play. It's the Raptors 1 and the Cowlitz Blackbears 2.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
A 380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started. 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
Well, there was plenty of action in the first inning between these two ball clubs. There were 3 hits, a couple of walks, a lot of strikeouts, 3 runs scored between the Cowlitz Blackbears and the Ridgefield Raptors. Cowlitz leads it 2-1. New pitcher for the Raptors, and I'll be repeating myself with that phrase probably 9 times today, as Ridgefield plans to go a bullpen day on this opening day before a day off tomorrow on the West Coast League opener Friday. Looks like it is Jacob Kokeni coming in, right-hander out of Southern California. It's in San Diego Christian, and he comes in to pitch the second inning for Ridgefield. The Raptors planning on lining up 1 pitcher each inning. Josh Sandoval tossed in the first inning, and now it's Jacob Kokeni's turn. He'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Cowlitz. Case Ogata, Nick Miller, and Spencer Siegel will be the hitters for the Blackbears. 2-1 lead for Cowlitz. Thanks for joining us on the Raptors live stream. I'm Josh Warden. Happy to be with you on behalf of all the staff here in Ridgefield and in Cowlitz. It's 2 kindred spirits in these programs. Same ownership group for both of these ball clubs, and so this rivalry, although not heated, is still significant. The same owners, Wade Siegel, Tony Bonacci, Gus Farah, owning both of these teams and enjoying Southwest baseball. High fly ball in the first pitch from Case Ogata, taking the outfielders to deep left center, and it's off the top of the wall. Doyle Kane jumped but could not bring it in. Ogata gets around second base. He's digging for third. Kane has to run all the way back to straightaway center to recover that ball. And on the first pitch, Case Ogata triples to left center. Nearly got over the wall at the 360 mark in left center field. And Ogata has a first pitch triple to open up the second inning. It's a warm welcome to Jacob Kokeni, pitching in the West Coast League for the first time. He's excited to face some good competition from an NAIA program. He's good hitters at that ranks. They're in a good league, but still seeing a lot of D1 players here will be a big step for a guy like Jacob Kokeni. And now facing Nick Miller. First pitch in the dirt to Miller. Case Ogata, who's from Utah Valley, then transferred to Clark College this past year, gets the triple to open up the second inning. The Blackbears hoping to extend their 2-1 advantage second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Kokeni, fouled back, and it's 1-1 to Nick Miller. Spencer Siegel on deck. Mentioned the ownership group for both of these teams, Ridgefield and Cowlitz. Wade Siegel, one of the 3 co-owners. Spencer Siegel, and the on-deck circle is his son. And playing for Cowlitz this year, plays for San Diego Christian himself. His college teammate, the pitcher right now, Kokeni, throws the 1-1 and just misses. 2 balls and 1 strike from Jacob Kokeni. Runner on third, nobody out, top of the second here on Ridgefield on a cloudy but fairly warm day in Southwest Washington. The 2-1 from Kokeni is a strike on the curveball. 2-1 pitch, 73 on the curve. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes, with Case Ogata on third base after his first pitch triple to left center field. Hit the top of the wall. 2-2 pitch from Kokeni is in the dirt, clips off the umpire, which helps out Jacob Sharp. The catcher manages to retrieve it and keep Ogata at third. Had that ball not hit the right shoe of Dave Ratcliffe, it might have been a wild pitch and a run scored. But the umpire giving a little help, albeit unintentionally, to Jacob Kokeni. And now it's a full count. Runner staying at third. Nobody out, top of the second. Cowlitz ahead 2-1. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's a liner over the first baseman, Levings, and into right field for a base hit. An RBI. He'll stay at first. Nick Miller gets his first base hit as a Black Bear. On a little blooping single to right field to score Queso Gata from third base. And it's 3-1 Black Bears in the second inning. Spencer Siegel will get his first at-bat as a Black Bear with a runner on first, nobody out in the second inning. Right-handed batter from San Diego Christian facing his college teammate. Two guys from San Diego Christian, one against each other. And a check swing on the curveball. He did go around, according to Dave Ratcliffe, home plate umpire. And it's 0-1 from Jacob Kokeni. Has spent 3 years down at San Diego Christian, has overlapped 1 year so far with Spencer Siegel. The 0-1 pitch is low, gets through the legs of Jacob Sharp, and that will allow Nick Miller to get to second. And so with a runner in scoring position now for the Black Bears, already leading 3-1 in the second inning. Spencer Siegel, an RBI opportunity for the 19-year-old. Son of Wade Siegel and Tessa. His parents grew up here in Portland, or just south down in Portland. Went to Portland Christian High School. The 1-1 offering is a strike called to Spencer Siegel. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spencer played some for the Northwest Star Academy, based here in Ridgefield, including the Northwest Star Nighthawks as the upper-level program for the high school and early college ages. The 2-strike pitch is in the dirt, bounces off Jacob Sharp's chest plate and gets away from him. Will allow Nick Miller to advance again. Another wild pitch moves Miller to second and then third base. On 2 wild pitches this at bat, runner on third. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Spencer Siegel. Nobody out yet in the second inning. 3-1's the score. Cowlitz is ahead. The 2-strike pitch, a grounder softly hit to third base. Coming in is Mikey Kane. He'll throw to third, or Espinoza, and the throw accurate to Jacob Sharp. And he applies the tag on Nick Miller. He's gunned down at the plate, and Espinoza makes an accurate throw to get the 5-2 putout, and a fielder's choice to get out number 1. So Siegel reaches, but Miller thrown out at the plate. Nice play by Steven Espinoza. Thought it might be tough just to get the runner at first, but coming in towards home, he had a shorter throw just to throw to the dish. And Miller was breaking for the plate. The score remains 3-1. And Brady Majeski is now the hitter out of Mount Hood Community College. First pitch low. 1-0 the count, 1 away. Runner on first. 2-run advantage for the Black Bears against Ridgefield on opening day here from the Rourke. Outfield playing straight up to Majeski, the 9-hole hitter for Cowlitz, down and in, but catches the corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brady Majeski, playing second base today for Allen Embry and the Cowlitz Black Bears. 1-1 the count, 1 away. Here comes Kokeni with a curveball, and Majeski swings late, fouls it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Allen Embry and Chris Cota, the 2 head coaches today. Both of them former professional baseball players. Cota playing in the White Sox and Angels organization in the minor leagues. Embry, who played for several different MLB teams over a career that lasted nearly 2 decades in MLB. 1-2 pitch, swung and missed from Majeski. And Jacob Kokeni gets his first punch out as a Raptor. On the curveball, got him swinging, 2 away. Turn the lineup card over. It's Caden Parker up next, the leadoff man who had a single to open up this ball game about a half hour ago in the top of the first. And now he's got a runner on first, 2 down. 3-1 lead for Cowlitz. Parker would later score in a home run last inning. Curveball on the inside corner, 0-1 the count from Jacob Kokeni. Faced a college teammate in Spencer Siegel. He's also got a teammate on his own roster with Ridgefield. Chandler DeYoung is also on this Ridgefield team, coming from San Diego Christian. They put a fair amount of guys in the West Coast League for an NAIA program south of LA. A lot of guys come up here. Ball in the dirt, and Siegel was breaking. He will get credit for a stolen base since he was going on the delivery. And a ball in the dirt prevented any opportunity for Jacob Sharp to throw to second. Caden Parker, the batter. Last year, Cowlitz had a couple of San Diego Christian players, a pitcher and a position player. Johnny Radomski, I remember, was one of them. 1-1 pitch is down. 2-1 to Caden Parker. And now two players in Ridgefield from San Diego Christian and one for Cowlitz. Those guys enjoyed it here in the West Coast League, and that makes a big deal. When a guy comes from a particular college, has a good experience, goes back and tells his coaches that he saw good competition, the coaches were good, and then you'll start to see more guys from that college come on out. 2-1 pitch is away, ball 3 from Jacob Kokeni. Here at the Rourke. He enjoyed the ballpark, got to see it for the first time yesterday, a little meet and greet with the host families, and got to take it all in. Really likes the ballpark here. Stayed and watched the high school all-star game that was here last night. Ground ball on the 3-1 pitch. Bouncer to short. Mikey Kane backs up on it. Throws across to first. Long throw. A good one from Mikey Kane. And the 6-3 put out recorded to end the inning. 1 run allowed by Jacob Kokeni. Gets out of the jam with a little help from Steven Espinoza. The throw from third got a runner out at the plate. And it's 3-1 Cowlitz. We head to the bottom of the second inning here from Ridgefield. Thanks for joining us on the Raptors live stream.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Beautiful day for baseball here in Southwest Washington. We open the 2022 season with two rivals from the region. Cowlitz out of Longview, Ridgefield Raptors taking on each other here today. Bottom of the second inning from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. It's Cowlitz 3 and Ridgefield 1 as the Raptors come up for their second time at the play. Got a leadoff walk from Trent Prokes. He came around to score on an RBI single from Safea Mawai. And now it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Ridgefield. Each will get their first at-bat as a Raptor. 3 newcomers to the ball club this year. Jacob Sharp, Steven Espinoza, and Nathan Kirkpatrick will be the batters here in the bottom of the second inning. 3-1 deficit for Ridgefield, as these guys get their first West Coast League action here this year. Brandon Wedge stays in the game for Cowlitz as the pitcher. First pitch high. Ball 1 to Jacob Sharp. Good lead. The West Coast League been in existence since 2005. The commissioner, Rob Nyer, on hand here today in the ballpark to watch Ridgefield and Cowlitz begin their respective seasons. 1-0 pitch on the outer half for a strike to Jacob Sharp, leading off the bottom of the second. Brandon Wedge from the windup with the bases empty. 1-1 fastball for his strike. It's 1-2. The West Coast League beginning as the West Coast Baseball Collegiate League. Was that for 3 years, so they shortened the name up to West Coast League in 2008. High fly ball on the 1-2 pitch as Jacob Sharp hits one deep to center field, and giving up on the ball is Caden Parker. A home run to straightaway center field for Jacob Sharp. His first at-bat as a Raptor ends up as a home run to dead center. It's 3-2. Cowlitz leads it after a huge home run from Jacob Sharp. Over the batter's eye, and the Fullerton College product torches one to straightaway center field. Went right over Caden Parker's head, who saw his own teammate Callan Halverson do it, and he scored on a similar home run to center field. And now Ridgefield comes back for a little bit of that same thing, a little bit of Cowlitz's own medicine. Cuts the lead to 1. Cowlitz ahead 3-2. Steven Espinoza, the batter, and fouls back the first pitch. 3-2 lead for Cowlitz. Espinoza helped keep the deficit smaller with his defensive prowess last inning. A ball down and away to make the count 1-1. Espinoza playing third base today. Fielded a ground ball last inning with a runner on third, threw perfectly to first or to home, where Jacob Sharp applied the tag. And now fouls the ball back. It's 1-2. Those two defenders, the third baseman and the catcher, pairing up for the putout, also hit back-to-back in the lineup today. Sharp, the catcher, batting 7th. Espinoza, the third baseman, batting in the 8-hole. Espinoza's from San Jose State University. 6'2", 200-pound right-hand batter. 1-2 pitch to him with no outs, under the fist, ball 2. That's the second hit of the day for Ridgefield. Both of them RBIs. One a single with a runner on third. The other one, the base is empty, but a home run for Jacob Sharp. 2-2 to count to Steven Espinoza. Lays off it, and it loads the count full. Below the zone, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good start for Jacob Sharp at La Mirada High School, and his first at-bat as a Raptor goes for a home run to straightaway center. Steven Espinoza. In his first at-bat, here's the payoff to him. High, ball 4. So that'll bring up Nathan Kirkpatrick for his first at-bat as a Ridgefield Raptor out of St. Mary's College in Moraga, California. 5'11", 190. He's playing second base today. Taking over for John Peck, who was the second baseman last year for Ridgefield out of Pepperdine. So another Californian comes into play second base for Ridgefield. And a mound visit for Brandon Wedge from pitching coach for Cowlitz, Brady Corrigan. I'm sure we'll learn a thing or two from his head coach and expert pitcher Alan Embry, the lefty specialist in the major leagues in the mid-2000s. Won a World Series in 2004. With the Boston Red Sox, ending the 86-year span. And he played a big role. He put them in the World Series, getting the final out of the championship series, the ALCS. And then went on to pitch in the World Series and win the Fall Classic 18 years ago. Jason Varitek and Trot Nixon, Nomar Garcia-Parra, Orlando Cabrera, Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, Johnny Damon. It was a good team. Good time. First pitch to Nathan Kirkpatrick is fouled back. Runner on first after a walk to Steven Espinoza. Nobody out yet in the bottom of the second. 3-2 is the margin. Blackbears accounting for 3 runs so far. Raptors trying to come back to tie it. Second pitch to Kirkpatrick. Takes a big hack at it and misses. 0-2 to Nathan Kirkpatrick. 9-hole hitter wearing number 11. On deck is the leadoff man, Trent Prokes, who walked last inning. No balls, 2 strikes to Nathan Kirkpatrick. Even stance with the bat over his right shoulder, holding it still, and doesn't need to swing it at the 0-2. Well, outside 1-2. Stands perfectly statuesque in his batting stance from the right side. Long pants and in just above the ankles, showing a little bit of black sock. Readies for the 1-2 pitch from Brandon Wedge out of the stretch. Here comes Wedge with a fastball off the fist, blooped up towards first base, just too far for Case Ogata. Would have needed Mike Trout speed to get to that one. And lands in foul territory near Nick Allen, returning as assistant coach, first base coach for Ridgefield. And Chris Cota, the skipper, head coach in his third year. Both those guys come back, and they've been the head coach and assistant coach every year for Ridgefield in the 3 seasons with the Raptors. 1-2, down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, man on first, nobody out. And the bottom of the second, every half inning has included at least 1 run. The difference is that Cowlitz got 2 runs in the top of the first. The other half innings have been 1 run each for each team. 3-2, the lead for Cowlitz. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and our first pickoff move of the season. Took a while, bottom of the second. And Espinoza gets back to first base. Nathan Kirkpatrick at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Brandon Wedge. Infield and double play depth. It's a liner to high right center field. Mulcair running back to the warning track, and it bounces at the base of the wall. He falls on his wallet, gets up to throw it back in. It'll go down as a double for Nathan Kirkpatrick. Stopping at third is Steven Espinoza, as Mulcair, trying to field that ball, landed over his head at the base of the wall, slipped down to his backside. I'm glad he's okay. It took him a moment to get up, and he actually barehanded that ball sitting down. Skipped up off the wall with the backspin. It kind of went up off the fence, and it came right down toward him. He caught it with his bare hand, then got up and threw it in and managed to keep Espinoza at third. Athletic play by Sean Mulcair. And Cowlitz's lead is intact, although thin. And a pitching change now for the Blackbears. Alan Embry comes out to make the switch. And so first change for Cowlitz here on the mound. A 1-run lead for the Cowlitz Blackbears. Ridgefield has the tying run at third, go-ahead run at second after the double to right center field for Nathan Kirkpatrick. It'll bring the top of the lineup up for Ridgefield. It'll be Trent Prokes to face the new pitcher when we return. We'll take a break and come back with runners in second and third. Still nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Blackbears 3 and Raptors 2 here from the Rourke.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, cruise retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Blackbears trying to hold on to a 1-run lead over the Ridgefield Raptors is Andrew Del Biagio out of Bellarmine Prep. He's from San Jose, California. Pitches for Linfield. And the junior for the Wildcats comes in here in the bottom of the second. Ridgefield with runners on second and third. Trent Prokes, the batter, in the bottom of inning number 2. Prokes, the leadoff hitter today for Ridgefield on opening day. And has a chance to tie the game up here for the Raptors. Got his first at-bat, trailing by 2 in the bottom of the first. Walked. Ridgefield scored a run to cut the lead in half. Now takes a swing at the first pitch, bounces off the glove of the first baseman, Ogata. The second baseman, Majeski, scoops it up. He has no throw. A run comes in on an infield single by Trent Prokes, and the Raptors come back to tie the game. 3-3 is the score. I see Tanner Jocks walking through the concourse, former Ridgefield Raptor and Linfield infielder. His teammate, Andrew Del Biagio, is pitching now, and on the first pitch that Del Biagio throws, it's an RBI single. Not too hard hit, but it is an RBI single to first base. Good to see Tanner Jocks. He was fun to get to know last year, infielder for Linfield, playing for Dan Spencer's crew. And first pitch to Kane, hits him on the shoulder. Mikey Kane, hit by pitch to load the bases. on the first pitch. And so Del Biagio has thrown 2 pitches, one for an RBI infield single, and the other one to load the bases on a hit by pitch to Mikey Kane. And one of the worst guys you want to see up next is Will Chambers, and that's exactly who's coming up. Bases loaded, tie game, bottom of the second. After Steven Espinoza scored on that RBI by Prokes, Nathan Kirkpatrick went to third base. He stays there on the hit by pitch. The nest is full. 3 Raptors on the base paths. Nobody out, bottom of the second. 3-3 score. Will Chambers at the plate. Nobody out. Here comes Del Biagio in the dirt. Ball 1. Tanner Jocks, who was the everyday shortstop for Ridgefield last year, played a few games at second base, even a couple at third, but primarily the shortstop for the Raptors, is the owner of the only inside the park home run in Raptors history. And just saw him taking in the Raptors game, walking through the concourse. No college eligibility left, if I'm not mistaken, for Tanner Jocks, so he can't play again. Will Chambers swings and scoops this one foul. 1-1 the count, nobody out. Bottom of the second. Tanner, a humble guy, and just real fun guy to have around the team last year. He was a guy who came in on a 10-day contract, wasn't expected to be here the whole summer, but wanted to, but needed to prove himself, and that he did. Now he's here watching his former teammate, Will Chambers, and his former college teammate, Andrew Del Biagio. One Tanner Jocks played with in Ridgefield, the other one he played with this season at Linfield. Facing off against each other. 1-1 pitch to Will Chambers. Fastball swung on, grounded to second base. Majeski fields, throws to first for the out, and it does score a run. Will Chambers an RBI ground out, 4-3, and the Raptors take their first lead of the season. Will Chambers gets the go-ahead RBI, and that scores Nathan Kirkpatrick from third base.
Isaac Lovings.
Moves Mikey Kane up to second. Trent Prokes to third. And Isaac Lovings the batter. Runners in second and third, 1 away. The Raptors ahead 4-3. Same thing as last year, getting down early, coming back to take a lead over Cowlitz. Off speed, Isaac Lovings runs into a ball deep to left field. Callan Halverson going back to the warning track, and he makes the catch on the track. It will be deep enough to score a run. Prokes sprints in and scores, standing up. And getting to third base is Mikey Kane. The Raptors extend the lead. It's 5-3 on an RBI sac fly by Isaac Lovings. Hard to hit home runs to left field here at the Rourke. Right field, a little different story. 310 down the line, and the wind blowing out that way typically in Ridgefield, including right now. Left field, saw only a handful of homers all season long last year. Lovings gets an RBI. Safea Mawai, the batter, had an RBI of his own last inning. Bottom of the second, Ridgefield ahead 5-3. Got on the board last inning for the first time with Mawai's RBI, a single up the middle to cut the lead. And by the time he came up to the plate next, the Raptors are in the lead. With 2 outs, he swings and pops it up. Foul territory, but playable for the third baseman. Nick Miller pulls it in for a foul out. And the inning is over. Ridgefield does bring in 4 runs on the frame. A home run to lead off by Jacob Sharp, and the Raptors were not done yet. Espinoza a walk, Kirkpatrick a double, Prokes a single, Mikey Kane a hit by pitch, and then RBIs for Will Chambers and Isaac Lovings. 4 runs in for the Raptors. They lead at 5-3 through 2 innings of play from the Rourke. Stay with us on the Raptors live stream.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Ridgefield takes the lead for the first time. And a pitching change now for Ridgefield. 5-3 is the score. And coming in to throw for the Raptors is Ben Hart, left-hander out of Dixie State University. Right after his Dixie State teammate, Will Chambers, have the go-ahead RBI on a ground out to the right side. And now Ben Hart comes in to try to maintain that lead. Left-hander from St. George, Utah. That's where Dixie State is located. Ben Hart himself coming in to pitch for his first inning. He is from Lakeside, California. Went to Santana High School. Not the first Raptor to come out of Santana. Last year's outfielder, primarily left fielder, Reese Hernandez, also from Santana High School. Good friends. They overlapped in the varsity squad for, I believe, 1 year. Reese Hernandez was 2 grades ahead, almost 3 years older than Ben Hart. And Ben out of Dixie State University now pitches for the Raptors. Doesn't overlap with Reese Hernandez with Ridgefield, but comes in a year after Reese came in from San Jose State University. First pitch of the inning is grounded back up the middle, and a base hit for Ethan Stacy on the first pitch of the third inning. It's a 5-3 lead for Ridgefield, and a warm welcome to Ben Hart here in West Coast League play as Ethan Stacy singles up the middle on the first pitch. Not too different from last inning when Case Ogata tripled on the first pitch of the inning. And so 2 innings in a row, Cowlitz has swung at the first pitch and gotten aboard. In fact, they've gotten the leadoff man aboard each time. Just wasn't on the first pitch in the first inning. Now it's Callan Halverson at the plate, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Ironically, last year it was Cowlitz in the top of the first inning. It was on the first pitch when they doubled to open the game with Matthew Schwartz, who is going to be on the team this year for Cowlitz. Curveball from Ben Hart is high. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike from Ben Hart. Runner on first. 2-run lead for Ridgefield. First time they're in the field trying to protect a lead. They've been playing from behind last couple half innings. Ben Hart making his first trip out to the Pacific Northwest from SoCal. Plays college ball in Utah. And now pitching in Southwest Washington. Gets a foul ball to make it 1-1. Nobody out. Runner on first. Top of the third inning with a 5-3 lead for Ridgefield. Ben Hart has spent 3 years at Dixie State so far. 1-2 the count. Curveball inside, swung on, and the throw from Sharp hit the batter as the runner was stealing. And Sandoval is going to get a put out as well. It's going to be a double play as Callan Halverson struck out and then obstructed Jacob Sharp. And so it'll go down as a strikeout, throw him out, double play. And it'll be 2 outs in the inning. Ethan Stacy was stealing, and because of the obstruction, he will be put out because Halverson stepped over the plate and Jacob Sharp domed him, hit him in the helmet. He's okay, most importantly. And as a hitter, you can't walk over the plate with a runner going, and Sharp did the right thing to still throw the ball and got the put out, so it's a double play. Base is empty now, as Alec Arnone is the batter. We had 2 outs and a foul ball on the first pitch. 5-3 lead for Ridgefield, and another foul ball. It's 0-2. There's not been a single 1-2-3 inning today so far for either team. That won't change this inning, but Ben Hart could face the minimum. Gave up a single, but then cleared the bases with the double play. 0-2 pitch is again fouled off. This time over the first base side. Smattering of fans over the bullpen in right field. It's a good spot to be in for a home run ball. We have seen 2 homers, but they've both been to straightaway center. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are empty for Ben Hart. It's a ground ball down the third base side. Foul from Alec Arnone, who has fouled off 4 consecutive pitches to open up this at-bat. 5-3 is the score. Ridgefield on top. Cowlitz having 5 hits so far in the ball game. Ridgefield with 4, but the Raptors lead 5 runs to 3. Here comes Ben Hart. The lefty deals a check swing. He did go around, and Ben Hart strikes out 2 in a row with a double play along the way. And he goes scoreless inning. First time that either team has come up to the plate and gone away not only in the minimum, 3 batters coming to the plate, but just not scoring. First 0 on the board. It's 5-3. Raptors still lead it. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at the Rourke.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. It's been fun to see baseball come back to Ridgefield. Ridgefield does lead 5-3 into the bottom of the 3rd inning. First game in 290 days here in Southwest Washington after the 21 season came to an end. Actually in Corvallis is where Ridgefield finished the campaign, losing in the divisional round to the Corvallis Knights, making the playoffs for the first time, and lost to the eventual West Coast League champion. 290 days later, here we are, starting the next season. Bottom of the 3rd begins with Doyle Kane lining a ball into right field for a base hit. A one-hopper to Sean Mulcair, the right fielder. And Doyle Kane leads off with a first pitch base hit to right field. A little bit of Cowlitz's own medicine as they have gotten base hits on their first pitch of the last couple half innings. And Doyle Kane does the same thing. Jacob Sharp is up next, who had a home run to lead off last inning. Doyle Kane was the only batter who did not hit for Ridgefield last half inning. They got 8 to the plate, and he wasted little time getting a single on the first pitch. He's 1 for 2 today. Bottom of the 3rd, 2-run lead for the Raptors. Sharp again puts one to deep center field. This one has a chance to get out to right center, and it gets over the wall again. A 2-run home run for Jacob Sharp. He's got 2 swings, 2 homers as a Ridgefield Raptor. It's 7-3. Jacob Sharp can't stop hitting dingers. Put 2 balls in play, and both of them went over the head of Caden Parker. One to straightaway center, one to right center over the 360 mark, went 401 feet. This one did for a 2-run bomb. This time scoring Doyle Kane. There's been 2 pitches off of Andrew Del Biagio this inning, a single and a homer. It's 7-3, the Raptors in front, and Steven Espinoza takes a pitch outside. First time that a Raptor has not swung and gotten a hit this inning. 3 pitches into this frame. 2 runs are in. 7-3 the score. Espinoza swings over the next pitch, and it is 1-1 to Espinoza, who walked last inning in his first plate appearance. 6'2", 200-pounder out of San Jose State University. Here comes Del Biagio. And outside to make it 2-1 from the Linfield product, Del Biagio, 6', 195-pounder to Steven Espinoza. It is just outside on the 2-strike pitch. Base is empty, 7-3 is the lead for Ridgefield, scoring 2 runs already this inning. They've brought at least 1 runner home each frame so far. Down and away for ball 3 to run the count full to Steven Espinoza. Came around to score last inning. It was right after the home run, so both times he's come to the plate, it's been right after a Jacob Sharp round tripper. Here is the payoff pitch to Espinoza, hit off the end of the barrel, 2-hopper to Majeski, the second baseman up with it, and makes the throw in time to first base. A 4-3 put out, and Espinoza is retired 1 away. Bottom of the third inning continues with a 7-3 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. And it's Nathan Kirkpatrick, the batter. Had a double in the second inning as the Raptors were on the comeback trail. Came back to tie and then take the lead last inning with help from Kirkpatrick, who scored the go-ahead run last frame. He's now got one out, nobody on. First pitch of ball to Kirkpatrick, then outside from Andrew Del Biagio. With the bases empty and Ridgefield leading 7-3. Got down early and didn't waste a lot of time. Now bottom of the third, they already have a 4-run lead. Down now to Nathan Kirkpatrick. 3 balls and no strikes to the St. Mary's product. The double to right center field, and they're playing him towards left center. Big gap to right center. Takes a strike to make it 3-1. That's right where he put the ball. A little bit more towards right field over the head of Sean Mulcair, the right fielder. Landing at the base of the wall. Here's the one-strike pitch, hit off the end of the barrel again towards second base. This time Majeski working to his right, throws wide to first base, and it pulls Ogata off the bag. Throwing error on Brady Majeski. First error of the ball game, and it puts a runner on first for Ridgefield here in the bottom of the third. Pulled Ogata off, nearly kept his cleat on the bag. And the runner, Nathan Kirkpatrick, actually kind of leapfrogged Ogata. Ran into him as Ogata was going up the line to try to stop that ball, and Kirkpatrick running past the bag kind of stumbled over him, but they're both okay. Takes his lead as now Trent Prokes comes to the plate. 1 out, 1 on. Ridgefield a 4-run lead, including a 2-run homer this inning by Jacob Sharp. First pitch is low to Prokes, already his 3rd plate appearance on the day, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third. 1 out. We have the runner on first. Prokes at the plate, left-handed batter, takes low again, ball 2, 2-0. 7-3 the lead for Ridgefield. Prokes, who walked to open up the bottom of the first, then singled last inning on the first pitch. There's a 2-0 count from Andrew Del Biagio. Infield and double play depth. Changeup grounded through the right side. High bouncer that trickles into right field. Taking a big turn around second and having to get back is Kirkpatrick. Got to be careful. Nearly was backpicked at second base, but nobody was directly on the bag, so he took a big turn. Ethan Stacy caught the throw from the right fielder Mulcair and nearly ran back to tag him, but Kirkpatrick gets back to second. It's a base hit for Trent Prokes. He's got 2 singles on the day. Bottom of the third, and it's 7-3 Raptors. Mikey Kane, the batter, has a strikeout and a hit by pitch so far today. Faces Andrew Del Biagio with 2 aboard and 1 away. Fastball down and away for ball 1. Here at the Rourke, home of the Ridgefield Raptors and Ridgefield High School. The Spudders and the Raptors sharing this beautiful facility. Nick Allen, the head coach for Ridgefield High School and assistant coach for the Raptors. So spends a lot of time here at this ballpark. 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, and a throw down to first base from the catcher Arnone. Not in time to get Trent Prokes. 2 balls now to Mikey Kane. Committed to USC. Going to be a Pac-12 player going from college at the Canyons. From La Cañada, California. St. Francis High School with his brother Mikey. Both play for college at the Canyons, both for the Raptors. 2-0 pitch is on the outside corner, 2-1. Both did play for Ridgefield last year, joined in August near the end of the season. Just played about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Helped get Ridgefield to the playoffs. And now come back for the beginning of the season. Runners in first and second, 1 away in the third inning. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball. Mikey Kane waits on it and hits it to right field, foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the third. The Raptors 7, the Blackbears 3 on opening day. This game does not count for West Coast League standings purposes. 48 games in West Coast League play. This is a non-league game. Fewer non-league games this year. Last year, Ridgefield had 10 games against non-league opponents. This year, just 4. Shorten up the season. Get players back to their colleges a little bit earlier. 2-2 pitch. Mikey Kane stays alive by fouling it back. It's tough to play into mid-August. Last year, the season went about as late as it's ever gone, nearly to August 20th. Yeah, that's just pretty late, especially for teams on the quarter system or the semester system. I mean, where their fall ball's basically starting and classes are starting so early. They can't stay that long. So West Coast League shortening up to 48 league games and ending a week earlier. 2-2 pitch in the dirt to Mikey Kane. And Arnone grabs its full count, 1-2, or runners on first and second, Full count to Mikey Kane, one away, bottom of the third. Ridgefield ahead by 4 runs and a high-scoring affair. 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, and 2 runs already in the third, and a chance for more. Payoff pitch upcoming from Del Biagio. It's an off-speed foul back from Mikey Kane. We'll do it all over again. Runners not going there, just 1 out. And so you risk a double play should Mikey Kane strike out, but virtually any other situation you benefit from going other than perhaps a line drive. But not going on that pitch. Runners in first and second. It's Prokes at first. And Nathan Kirkpatrick, the runner, at second. Payoff pitch to Mikey Kane. Fastball grounds it under the cleats of his college coach, Chris Cota. Moves out of the way of that one. Cota from the third base coaching box. Came in today from Southern California, wrapping up his duties with College of the Canyons, ending their season not long ago. They did not have a season in 2021 due to COVID, and obviously had the 2020 season cut short, but played a full year this spring. Mikey Kane was on that team, now with the Raptors. Here's the payoff. Fastball scoops at it, lifts it into shallow right center field. Majeski going back, and the second baseman ranges for the catch in the outfield turf for out number 2. Pop up to the second baseman, Will Chambers, the batter. He formerly played for College of the Canyons, did overlap with Mikey Kane and Doyle Kane. He was there last year, although they did not actually play any games last year, but was there at school. He's from Valverde, California, and now comes back to be a Raptors teammate with the Kane brothers again, just like last year. He's at the plate, runners in first and second. Will Chambers swings, ground ball to right side. Majeski dives. It's past him into right field. Kirkpatrick rounding third. He's into home. The throw is late, and he scores. Another RBI for Will Chambers. And the Raptors lead it 8-3 in the third inning. First pitch, RBI single for Will Chambers. Trent Prokes stops at second. Nathan Kirkpatrick scores from second. And the Raptors have scored 3 runs in the inning. A 2-run dinger by Jacob Sharp. 2 pitches into this inning, and the Raptors had scored 2 runs. A first pitch single by Doyle Kane, and then Sharp homered. First pitch to Isaac Lovings is on the outside corner. And it's 0-1 from Andrew Del Biagio. 8-3 the score. Ridgefield in front. Bottom of the third inning. Trent Prokes in scoring position. Will Chambers behind him at first. 0-1 the count to Isaac Lovings. Well outside to even the count at 1-1. Isaac Lovings has a strikeout and an RBI on the day, a sac fly last inning. Ridgefield brought up 6 batters to the plate in the first inning, 8 in the second. And this is the 8th so far this inning. 2 away, 2 aboard. Here's the 1-1 to Lovings, and it's in the dirt, bounces off the glove of Arnone, skips off the turf, and Arnone couldn't snag it. A wild pitch to put Will Chambers to second and Trent Prokes to third. So Lovings even more of an RBI opportunity with the Raptors already up by a 5 spot. Scoring 7 runs just between the last 2 innings and 8 overall. We're only 3 runs into this game. They're not even complete through 8. Still fairly fast-paced game, just over an hour long and 3 innings through. 2-1 the count to Lovings. Ground ball third base side, ducking under it is Trent Prokes. It goes foul by about a foot, maybe 2. As Prokes, the runner from third, had to get underneath it to avoid it. He was in foul territory, so he wouldn't have been out, but didn't want to get hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last year, the opening game took exactly 3 hours despite 18 runs being scored. Still fairly fast-paced for a ball game. This one similarly on pace for about 3 hours, just a little bit over. And we've already seen 11 runs, so not all that bad, all things considering. 2-2 the count to Isaac Lovings. In the dirt again, Trent Prokes starts for home as the ball got to the backstop and then turns and goes back to third. Probably the right choice. Might have been thrown out of the play as that ball bounced back towards home off the netting to Alec Arnone, the catcher. And so the inning continues with a full count to Isaac Lovings. Runners in second and third. Ridgefield could really break this game open. Still plenty of innings left for Cowlitz, but 5-run lead could turn a little bit bigger here with Isaac Lovings at the plate. Full count from Del Biagio. Fastball swung on and into the glove of Alec Arnone. First strike 3, inning over. Ridgefield does get 3 runs on the frame on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the inning. 1 error and 2 left on here in the third inning. Through 3 innings from Ridgefield, the Raptors lead at 8-3 from the Rourke.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
A 380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started. 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
For the Ridgefield Raptors as they continue to parade the pitchers, trying to use one pitcher every inning here on opening day, give everybody a little bit of a chance to show their stuff and keep everyone fresh for the West Coast League opener on Friday. Here on the Wednesday season opener, non-league affair against Cowlitz, the plan has worked out more or less. 8-3 the lead for Ridgefield over the Cowlitz Blackbears. Josh Warden with you here from the Rourke. So far for Ridgefield today, like I said, through 3 innings, have 8 runs on 8 hits, 5 left on base, 3 walks and 1 hit by pitch garnered by the Raptors. Meanwhile, Cowlitz with 3 runs on 5 hits have committed 1 error, have left just 1 on base. They have struck out 4 times. No free passes is the big difference. Ridgefield has not walked any batters, and Ryan Obrecht will try to keep that trend going. 6'4" junior from Millard North High School. He's from Omaha, Nebraska. Home in the College World Series. Ryan Obrecht, a big college baseball fan, goes to the College World Series regularly. Every year, he said, since growing up. Will turn 23 later this year. The business major from Wayne State University. Throws outside. It's in Nebraska, Wayne State. Not far from where he's from in Omaha. He's facing Sean Mulcair to lead off this inning in the first appearance for Obrecht. It's a swing and a miss from Sean Mulcair to open up the top of the 4th inning. 8-3 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. And Ryan Obrecht, the pitcher, curveball in the outside corner for strike 2. And 1 ball and 2 strikes from Ryan Obrecht. Isaac Lovings at first base, Nathan Kirkpatrick at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss from Ryan Obrecht. Gets a 4-pitch strikeout. The first batter he faces, Sean Mulcair, goes down swinging. 1 away, and the top of the 4th. Good start for Ryan Obrecht. Appeared in 10 games for the Wildcats of Wayne State College this year. 9 starts, an 8.84 ERA. Has gone as far as 7 innings in a game. He's got good length. Has pitched 4 years at Wayne State. His best year was 2019 at a 2.04 ERA and 9 starts. Now facing Case Ogata, first pitch a ball to Ogata, who has seen 2 pitches, now a third, swings and misses. 1-1 the count. His first pitch he saw was to lead off the 2nd inning. He tripled to left center. then took a ball to open this at-bat and then swings and misses. So it's 1-1, 1 out, top of the fourth. Breaking ball grounded towards short. Two-hopper fielded chest high by Mikey Kane. Throws to first off the line. Isaac Lovings applies the tag and gets the out. Ogata goes tumbling after the play as he was tagged and then went to the turf. Lovings turns around and checks on him. He was pulled off the bag and had to apply the tag, which was in time, and Ogata is okay. He gets up. I'm not sure if he's too happy about the proceedings, but he is walking off on his own power and is out number 2. A 6-3 put out on the tag by Isaac Lovings. It brings up Nick Miller out of Lower Columbia College. Ryan Obrecht tosses low for ball 1. 2 outs, 5-run lead for the Raptors, top of the fourth. Ryan Obrecht a chance for the first 1-2-3 inning for either team today. 1-0 pitch fouled into the glove of Jacob Sharp. It's 1-1 on the 85-mile-an-hour toss from Ryan Obrecht. Obrecht and the Raptors with 5 strikeouts so far as a pitching staff. 1-1 pitch, changeup fouled into the feet of Nick Miller. Bounces off his heel for strike 2. And the Raptors a strike away from going 1-2-3. Did post a scoreless inning and even faced the minimum last frame. But I've not had a 1-2-3 inning. Here comes Ryan Obrecht, and it's down low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on. And the 2-2 pitch is roped down the left field line. It lands fair. It'll get to the wall on 2 bounces and hit the left field pole. The foul pole just inside of it on the second bounce. And it goes down as a 2-out double on a 2-2 pitch. No 1-2-3 inning after all. Perhaps I jinxed it, but Nick Miller into second. Still 2 outs in the inning. And it'll bring up Spencer Siegel here with 2 away at the top of the 4th inning. Ben Hart, who only allowed 1 base hit last inning. A strike to open up the next at-bat to Spencer Siegel. 2 outs, runner on second. The Raptors ahead 8-3. Siegel out of San Diego Christian and Portland Christian High School. Behind 0-1 from Ryan Obrecht. A fastball hit high in the air, pop up in the infield. 3 infielders coming in for it, 2 going for it. It's the second baseman Kirkpatrick who makes the play, and the inning is over. A 2-out double does not turn into any runs for the Cowlitz Blackbears, and the Raptors have posted 2 consecutive scoreless innings. The only 2 half innings today without a run. It's 8-3 Raptors. We head to the bottom of the 4th from the Rourke.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Welcome back to Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Good day for baseball so far. New pitcher for the Cowlitz Blackbears is Brendan Rodriguez out of Chaffey College. As the Raptors have taken an 8-3 lead going into the bottom of the fourth inning, it will be the middle of the order for Ridgefield to lead off. Safea Mawai is coming up. 2 consecutive times that the Ridgefield Raptors have brought up 8 batters to the plate in the second inning and the third inning, so twice in a row there's been one guy who's been left out of the party. Last inning it was Doyle Kane, so he led off the inning, naturally, being the only guy to not come to the plate the previous inning, and he singled on the first pitch. Now it's Safea Mawai, who is the only guy to not get a plate appearance last inning. And we'll see what he does against Rodriguez. 5-run lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. Left-hand hitting Mawai does not swing in the first pitch. It's down and away for ball 1. 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for Cowlitz. 8 runs on 8 hits and no errors for the Ridgefield Raptors. Mawai, the left fielder, takes the 1-0 pitch and swings at it. Pitch high in the zone, does not get a piece. 1-1 the count on the 87-mile-an-hour throw from Rodriguez. Nobody out, just starting out. Bottom of the fourth. 5-run lead for Ridgefield, wearing the maroon home uniforms today and white pants. Curveball outside, 2-1 the count from Rodriguez. Cowlitz in the green uniforms, orange trim, and gray pants for Brendan Rodriguez. 2-1 the count from the right-hander. Throws a fastball, fouled back from Safea Mawai. Mentioned that he's from University of Hawaii, grew up in Hilo, Hawaii on the Big Island. The University of Hawaii is located in Honolulu, so different island, but he spent last spring, this spring, just finishing out the season back on the Big Island. 2-2 pitch, he swings and misses and strikes out for out number 1 here in the fourth inning. Mawai, who did not play college baseball this past spring, is hoping to find a new home this year and does have an RBI earlier today, but strikes out to open the fourth inning. It's Doyle Kane now the batter. He was the one who led off last inning with that first pitch single to right field. He's 1 for 2 on the ball game. 5-run lead for the Raptors. He turns away from the first pitch. A little chin music from Rodriguez, albeit on a breaking ball, so softer music, if you will. It's 1-0 to Doyle Kane. Right hand hitting. Upperclassman by academics, although with COVID, he got to save a couple of years of eligibility. Checked his swing, did not go around on that offering. 1 away, bases empty. 8-3 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. 1-0 the count from Rodriguez. Into the wind, and a fastball tipped foul off the mask of the catcher Alec Arnone. And it's 1-1 to Doyle Kane. Was with College of the Canyons in 2020. Played a few games, season got cut short, was still there in 2021. They did not play a season. Played summer ball. And then did play for COC this spring. Ground ball, the 1-1 pitch, softly hit. Nick Miller, the third baseman, moving over, throws to first, and the first baseman, Ogata, came off the bag on the stretch. He's disagreeing with the call. I didn't see his foot come off the bag, but the first base umpire, Gary Lux, says no out, safe on the play as Doyle Kane. It'll go down as an error, and it didn't seem like Ogata was pulled off the bag, so I might give this an E3 on the play, because I think that was his choice to try to stretch, and even unnecessarily, the throw is going to beat him there by half a step, even if he didn't stretch very much. And the throw is accurate. I'm going to write down E3 in my card. Jacob Sharp, the batter. He has 2 home runs today. He has swung the bat twice as a Raptor, and both balls have ended up over the center field wall. Takes a ball in, 1-0 the count. Let's see what he does on his third swing. The runner on first, 1 away. 5-run lead for the Raptors. A throw over to first to get Doyle Kane back. Jacob Sharp, a solo home run in the second, a 2-run home run in the third to score Doyle Kane and himself. And now again he has Doyle Kane on first base. 1 out, here's the 1-0 offering to Jacob Sharp. He does swing, again a fly ball to center field. Caden Parker going back, it's over his head, it lands at the wall and hits off the top of the fence. Sharp into second, and a layup for only a double. And that's plenty good. Jacob Sharp has 2 dingers and a double. All 3 to center field. This one hit off the top of the wall. It nearly got out on the bounce. I wanted to say that he had hit 3 balls that all got out of the yard, albeit one of them on a bounce. Ground rule double or normal double, either way, it puts runners in second and third. And Jacob Sharp has had himself quite the day. 3 extra base hits on 3 swings. So Sharp doubles to right center. And Steven Espinoza is next. Doyle Kane stopped at third. So runners in second and third, 1 out in the 4th inning. 8-3 lead for Ridgefield, bottom half of the 4th. Espinoza has a walk and a ground out in the ball game. Breaking ball that he lines into center field. The runners both tagging. The catch is made by Caden Parker in deep center field. And it will score a run. Doyle Kane jogs in from third. Sharp holds at second. It's an RBI for Steven Espinoza. His first run batted in as a Raptor, and Ridgefield leads it 9-3. Good piece of hitting for Steven Espinoza. And advances Doyle Kane home for the 9th run of the ball game. Jacob Sharp at second, and Nathan Kirkpatrick will be the batter. He has reached both times. A double and an error, has scored both times. 6-run lead for Ridgefield, bottom 4. 2 down with the runner in scoring position. Here comes Rodriguez with a pitch on the outer half for strike 1. Still over a half hour away from sunset. Lights turning on here in Ridgefield on a partly cloudy late evening in southwest Washington. 0-1 the count to Kirkpatrick. Breaking ball that he goes after and lifts it to high, but not too deep left field. Underneath it is Halverson. Waits on it more, and now makes the catch. Fly out to end the inning. 1 run comes in. Doyle Kane scores on Steven Espinoza's sac fly with Jacob Sharp's double in between through 4 innings. It's the Raptors 9 and the Cowlitz Blackbears 3.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, cruise retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
One strikeout, no walks, and the Raptors take a 9-3 lead. New pitcher for the Ridgefield Raptors is Harrison Howell. Where's number 23 for the Raptors, the 5'11", 195-pounder from the University of Portland. And Howell comes in to face the bottom of the order for the Cowlitz Blackbears. Howell has a 6-run lead to work with as we make our way to the top of the 5th inning here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. And we'll face Brady Majeski to open up the top of the 5th. Ridgefield scoring 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 run in the 4th inning. Got down early, 2-0. Gave up another run in the second to trail 3-1, but have not allowed a run since and have scored 8 of their own. But last year, the Raptors got up 8-3 and did not win that game in the season opener against Cowlitz. Now again this year they get up 8-3, but this year a little bit different already. They have not taken their foot off the gas and have already added one more run than they did last year. They ended up losing that game 10-8. Gave up 7 runs in the 7th inning. We're not to the 7th yet, we're just to the 5th. And so Ridgefield has a little more time, still plenty of innings to work with for Cowlitz. And Harrison Howell is next up for the Raptors. 9-3 advantage for Ridgefield. Season opener, non-league affair, beginning the Columbia River Cup. The rivalry between the Raptors and Blackbears. These two teams will face off against each other 7 times. Whichever team wins more in the season series gains the cup, and it's a literal cup. Was here last year. Cowlitz took it home after winning 4 of the 7 a season ago. Harrison Howell's first pitch as a Raptor is high, ball 1 to Brady Majeski. University of Portland for Howell against Mount Hood Community College for Majeski. So 2 Northern Oregon guys. A looping fly ball to center field, and Doyle Kane comes in on the lazy fly and makes the catch on an easy jog. F8 in the books, 1 away in the 5th inning. Ridgefield's pitching coming together here the last couple of frames. Gave up 3 runs and 6 hits over the first 2 innings alone, but then has not allowed any runs the last couple of innings. 1 hit in each frame, but they've both been stranded at second base. Cowlitz has stranded 3 runners, all of them in scoring position today. 1 out and bases empty for the top of the order. It's Caden Parker up next, with 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Here comes Harrison Howell and throws low for ball 2. 2-0 from Howell. With Caden Parker at the plate, he's got a single and a ground ball. 1 for 2 on the game for the Clark College product. 5'5" Penguin out of Clark College. A ground ball on the 2-0 right towards Kirkpatrick, the second baseman. Gets his glove under it and throws to first for the putout. 2 straight outs for Harrison Howell. And the right-hander, and I won't jinx him this time, or I won't take credit for it at least, a chance for the first 1-2-3 inning for either team today. Last inning, Ridgefield got close, but couldn't quite bring it home. First pitch, a strike to Ethan Stacy out of Lower Columbia College. Josh Sandoval opened up this game as the pitcher for Ridgefield. Second pitch outside, 1-1 the count. Ryan Obrecht pitched last inning. Got the first 2 guys out, then gave up a double, but then stranded him there. 1-1 the count from Harrison Howell. It's a fastball, the top of the zone for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning, 9-3 lead for Ridgefield. Ethan Stacy at the plate, a single and a strikeout today. Here's the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball just misses for ball 2. Base is empty for Ethan Stacy. Struck out on a 3-2 pitch against Josh Sandoval to get the first out of today's ball game, then singled in the 3rd. 2-2 pitch is just off the plate. Kirkpatrick, the second baseman, started to jog a couple steps towards the dugout, trying to will his way into strike 3, but he'll have to return back into his position on the right side of the infield. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and it is down, ball 4. And I'm not taking credit for jinxing it like I did last inning. Almost had a 1-2-3 inning, but it goes awry on the 3rd batter. It's okay, still a chance to get out with a scoreless frame for Harrison Howell. He walks the 3rd batter on a 3-2 pitch. First walk of the day, second time reaching for Ethan Stacy. Callan Halverson, the batter out of Utah State. A home run earlier today for Callan. 2-run dinger in the 1st inning. First pitch to him is lined into center field, softly hit in front of the center fielder Kane, and it will go for a base hit. Stopping at second is Ethan Stacy, and so Halverson reaches on a 2-out base hit, and will bring up Alec Arnone with runners in first and second for the Blackbears as they try to work their way back into this game. 9-3 the lead. In the top of the fifth inning, the Blackbears have not scored since their one run in the second inning. Started out hot with that two-run home run by Halverson, but Ridgefield has surpassed them in the meantime. First pitch to Alec Arnone is a called strike. Out of Capistrano Valley from San Juan, Capistrano, California. 0-1 count from Harrison Howell with 2 aboard and 2 away. Fastball, ground ball toward short, a diving attempt by Kane. Can't snag it into left field. The runner from second winding around, and he will score. Ethan Stacy comes in standing up to score the 4th run of the ball game for Cowlitz. It's 9-4, and a 2-out rally for the Blackbears with Alec Arnone, the RBI single to left field. Halverson up to second. Stacy scores. And so it is Sean Mulcair here in the top of the 5th inning. First time that the Blackbears have scored, last 3 innings. Here's Harrison Howell with 2 outs, trying to limit the damage to 1 run. Fastball outside for ball 1, 1-0. Got the first 2 guys out on a fly out and a ground out, and then had 2 strikes on the next guy through 2 pitches just outside that would have ended the inning. Then gave up a walk, a single, and an RBI single. 2-0 after the ball down and in to Sean Mulcair, is 0 for 2 on the day. Runners in first and second for the Blackbears. They're trying to continue edging away this lead. It's 9-4. Ridgefield in front, top of the 5th. Last of the sun here in the 9 o'clock hour. And approaching 9 o'clock, and quarter past 8, I should say. Strike at the bottom of the zone from Harrison Howell. And the 2-1 pitch from Harrison Howell. Breaking ball towards to high right field. This one's got a chance. It's got more than a chance. It lands in the bullpen for a 3-run home run for Sean Mulcair to make it a 2-run ball game in the top of the 5th inning. Sean Mulcair lifted that one to the heavens, and it came down in the bullpen for a 3-run dinger. His first hit of the season here in the opener is a 3-run home run. It scores Halverson and Arnone, and it's 9-7, the Raptors on top still. This inning was nearly over after 2 straight balls just off the plate with nobody on base and 2 outs. And it led to a walk, a single, a home run, and all of a sudden this ball game is tight again. Cowlitz had a 2-run lead. Ridgefield has had a 6-run lead. And it's Case Ogata at the plate. Swings at the first offering for a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 away, bases empty as Harrison Howell tries to work back into it. Silver lining, this won't affect his ERA in league play. This is a non-league game. Get a fresh start Friday or whenever he makes his next appearance for the University of Portland product. A foul ball to Ogata to the first base side, and the Cowlitz dugout. Ridgefield operating the third base dugout here at home. 0-2 the count to Case Ogata. A triple and a ground out today. No balls, 2 strikes from Howell. Fastball lined into right field. Sprinting in is Prokes. He dives and makes the catch. Headlong, snags it, coming straight in towards home plate, and leaps for it to make the inning-ending grab. Trent Prokes, an early season web gem, and it ends the 5th inning. 4 runs do score for Cowlitz on 3 hits in the frame. A 2-out rally gives him 4 runs. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Halfway through this ball game, it's the Raptors 9 and the Cowlitz Blackbears 7.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health Services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Top of the order coming up for Ridgefield. In the home half of the fifth inning, the Raptors leading it ever since the 4-run second inning. It's now 9-7. These teams going back-to-back fireworks offensively. Seen a lot of home runs today. 2 for Ridgefield, both by the same player, Jacob Sharp. 2 for Cowlitz. And the Raptors ahead 9-7. Trent Prokes to lead off to open the bottom of the fifth inning against Brendan Rodriguez. And Brendan deals a breaking ball outside, 1-0. The count to Trent Prokes. Two-run advantage for the Ridgefield Raptors. Prokes has helped make that difference as he takes a pitch just off the outside edge for a 2-0 count. He walked and scored in the first inning and an RBI single in the second. Singled and was stranded at third in the third inning. 2-0 pitch is a strike to Trent Prokes. So a walk and 2 singles so far in the day for the Modesto Junior College Pirate. 2-1 offering is outside for ball 3. Brendan Rodriguez, the pitcher. Alec Arnone, the catcher. Queso Gata at first. Brady Majeski at second. Ethan Stacy, the shortstop. Nick Miller at the hot corner. 3-1 pitch is on the inside edge. Full count. Callan Halverson in left field, Caden Parker in center, Sean Mulcair in right field. The 2 corner outfielders for Cowlitz each have a home run. It's Ridgefield's catcher with the 2 dingers. Here's the payoff pitch, a high chopper towards second base. Majeski fields eye level on the first bounce as it came down in good fashion for him. Perfect hop to just come down right in his vision. Makes the grab and throws to first, and for the first time today, Trent Prokes is an out. 4-3 put out to open the fifth inning. Mikey Kane is now the batter. Base is empty for Mikey, the shortstop today for Ridgefield. With 1 out, he swings and places a ball towards center field, and playing it on a hop is Caden Parker. Nearly was able to dive Trent Prokes-esque after Prokes made the diving catch last half inning in right field. Parker on a ball that didn't hang up as long in center field has to play it on a bounce, and Mikey Kane is a base hit to center field, his first hit of the season, and he reaches for the second time. With 1 out, it brings up Will Chambers. The sun descending towards the horizon, still about 10-15 minutes from sunset proper, but right in the eyes of Sean Mulcair, the right fielder. Having to shield his eyes from the sun at times. Will Chambers could pull it that way. Hitting from the left side, takes a strike. It's 0-1 with 1 out, runner on first. Ridgefield 9, Cowlitz 7. In the opening game of the Columbia River Cup. First of 7 games between these two teams. First game of the season for both of these squads. Will Chambers, who drove up 2 days ago from SoCal and hammers a ball to right field, but it doesn't hang up long enough, didn't get all of it, and a fly out to Mulcair. Did not struggle too much with the sun, makes the catch 2 away. Chambers trying to yank that one deep to right field, just didn't get it quite on the barrel, and it died in medium depth right field. And he is the second out. Isaac Lovings, the batter, who is 0 for 2 with an RBI sac fly. 2 outs in the frame. Lovings fouls one into the top of the netting, and it lands on the first baseline, and Rodriguez will have to go over and snag it. He's already gotten a replacement ball, so he tosses one aside. 2 outs, runner on first after Mikey Kane's single. The Raptors were leading 9-3, but Cowlitz scored 4 runs last inning. The lead's still at 2, but Ridgefield doesn't want to give up 4 and then not get any back, but they'll need a 2-out hit from Isaac Lovings, who bashes this one foul for an 0-2 count. Lovings from Pacific University in Forest Grove. He hit .319 this year for the Boxers. helping the team make the NCAA tournament. Season just ended 10 days ago. Lost in a couple games to Chapman and Cal Lutheran to go out in order in the D3 NCAA tournament. Here's the 2-strike pitch. It's high for ball 1. Runner on first. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Ridgefield ahead 9-7 in this contest with Isaac Lovings batting from the right side, looking for his first hit as a Raptor. 1-2 pitch with the runner going. It's high for ball 2. Kane slides feet first into second, safe. And the Raptors have their first stolen base of the season. It's Mikey Kane sliding in. And a straight steal, not a hit and run. That pitch was a ball to Lovings, but not out of the strike zone by much. So if he was really trying to protect, he would have taken a hack at it, but did not swing. It was ball 2, 2-2. 2 outs, runner on second. 2-run lead for the Raptors. High breaking ball pops out of the glove of Arnone, going over the helmet of Isaac Lovings. But Arnone blocked it enough to keep Mikey Kane at second. An insurance run in the 5th inning, and the way this ball game is going, the Raptors will need some insurance. Leading 9-7, and I doubt that will be the final score. Barely halfway through this ball game. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Payoff pitch upcoming from Brendan Rodriguez. Here's the fastball down and in, ball 4. And Isaac Lovings reaches for the first time. He walks. Mikey Kane stays at second, and Safea Mawai is the batter for the Raptors. Runners in first and second for Safea. With 2 away in the bottom of the 5th, the Raptors have scored in every inning save for this one. Mawai played a role in the first inning, had the RBI, swings at the first pitch this time. High fly ball to left center field. Parker going back to the wall. See you later. Safea Mawai homers to left center. A 3-run dinger for the Flying Hawaiian. And the Raptors lead it 12-7. First home run to left field today. And the 3rd home run of the day for the Raptors. Safea Mawai gets into the party, throws up the hang loose sign with his left hand, and brings in 3 runs on a dinger to left field. Isaac Lovings scores, Mikey Kane scores, and Mawai picks up his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th RBIs of the ball game. Doyle Kane, the batter, right after his brother scored from second, takes the ball in 1-0. 12-7 is the score, and the Raptors have indeed scored in every inning. Twice, Mawai has had the only RBIs in that inning, so give him some credit for that. Fastball, Doyle Kane puts it in play, past the diving Ethan Stacy, and into center field, base hit. Doyle Kane keeps the party going, a 2-out single. And I'll bring up Jacob Sharp, who already has 2 home runs today and a double. The catcher will have to take his shin guards off with 2 outs. Wasn't sure if he would get an at-bat this inning. He will, thanks to Doyle Kane's 2-out base hit. And for the 3rd time today, he will come to the plate with Doyle Kane at first base. One time he's homered him in. The other time he's doubled to get Doyle to third base. 2 home runs and a double for Jacob Sharp. Here's the first pitch to him, inside. He has not fouled any pitches off, so he has swung the bat 3 times and has gotten 3 extra base hits. 3 RBIs. They've all been to center field or right center. 1-0 the count to Jacob Sharp out of Fullerton College. Runner at first with 2 away. Breaking ball. Catches the top of the zone for strike 1 to Jacob Sharp. Spoke with him earlier today. Said he hasn't spent all that much time in the Pacific Northwest, but he said 2 days here, I'm already having fun. And that was before he hit 2 home runs and a double. 5'11", 200-pounder at the plate with a 1-1 count from Rodriguez. Breaking ball, that's when he pops up and behind home plate, out of play. A foul ball on his 4th swing as a Raptor, and for the first time, he does not get an extra base hit. Just makes it a 1-2 count. 12-7 the advantage for Ridgefield in the bottom of the 5th inning. Scoring in every inning, including a 3-run home run by Safea Mawai earlier this frame. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball Sharp lines it down the left field line. Foul by 13 inches. And nearly would have been another extra base hit for Jacob Sharp. Would have been his 4th extra base knock in this ball game, but it landed just foul down the left field line. Over the head of Chris Cota. Makes it a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on first in Doyle Kane, 2 down, bottom of the 5th. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and again a fly ball, this time to right field. Also a foul ball. It'll land on the grassy berm out towards the Dick Hanna dealership's foul ball pole in right field. And Jacob Sharp, who didn't have any foul balls his first 3 at-bats, just swung and put the ball in deep center field each time, twice for home runs. Now is fouled off 4 pitches this at-bat. Making the most of his time at the plate with 2 away against Brendan Rodriguez. The 1-2, fastball on the outside corner. Strike 3 taken, inning over. And so Jacob Sharp finally retired, but the Raptors still get 3 runs on 3 hits. A home run by Safea Mawai puts the Raptors back easily in front. 12-7 is the score. Raptors on top.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Well, we head to the 6th inning from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Braden Markham will be the new pitcher for the Raptors, the 6th pitcher of the day. We are through 5 innings at the Rourke. It's the Raptors 12 and the Cowles Blackbears 7. High-scoring game between these two ball clubs. Ridgefield with 12 hits on the contest to score 12 runs. The Blackbears 9 hits to get 7 runs. And now it's Braden Markham's turn to try to slow the offense down, which no pitcher has really been able to do, although 2 Ridgefield pitchers have posted scoreless innings. But no 1-2-3 frames. Braden Markham comes in out of Lower Columbia College, pitches at David Story Field for the Red Devils of Lower Columbia, and now faces the Cowles Blackbears, who play their home games at David Story Field. And he will start out against his college teammate Nick Miller, also out of LCC. First pitch between the 2 Red Devils is low ball 1, and to make another Lower Columbia connection, Braden Markham wears jersey number 16. Last year, that was Ryan Pitts wearing that jersey number for the Raptors. Second pitch is on the outside edge, 1-1 count. Ryan Pitts was the opening day starter last year for Ridgefield, wearing that exact same maroon 16 jersey. And now it's Braden Markham's jersey this season. 1-1 pitch is fouled back, 1-2 to open up the 6th inning. 12-7 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. Markham, 6'1", 190, left-hander against right-hand batter and Nick Miller. Curveball that's fouled back. Markham has a curveball and a change, a 2-seam fastball and a 4-seam fastball, just adding the change really this year. Still working on it. That's perfect time in the summer to try to throw it a little bit more and get a better feel for it. Here's the 1-2. It's the curve, and it's lined into right field for a base hit. Trying to cut it off is the right fielder. Trent Prokes can't get there. He'll get all the way to the wall. Has to run back to it to the fence, and Nick Miller's able to get into second base for a leadoff double. On a 2-strike pitch, and took the curveball the other way. And gets a double out of it. His third base hit of the day. He's got a single, a double, and another double for Nick Miller. Third baseman for the Blackbears has shown a flashy bat so far tonight. Spencer Siegel looking for his first hit as a fielder's choice and a pop-up today. He swings and fouls this one over home plate. 12-7 lead for Ridgefield, top of the 6th. Ridgefield will stay at home Friday, day off tomorrow. Walla Walla comes to town for the West Coast League opener Friday night at 6:35. Join us at the park or watch or listen right where you are at the moment. Fastball, actually the changeup outside, ball 2, or ball 1. 1-1 the count to Spencer Siegel out of San Diego Christian. 6:35 on Friday, 6:35 Saturday, and 1 o'clock for all Sunday affairs, including the finale against Walla Walla this weekend for the homestand to open up the year. 1-1 count from Markham. Foul ball over the right field side and out of play. It's 1-2. So Markham, the 6th pitcher today. The Raptors have thrown Josh Sandoval to open the game. Jacob Kokeni, Ben Hart, Ryan Obrecht, Harrison Howell, and now Braden Markham. 1 ball, 2 strikes with a runner on second, no outs in the 6th inning. And a ball high to make it 2-2 the count from Braden Markham. Usually 83 to 86 in the fastball. There was a couple of the players for Cowlitz, obviously being from Lower Columbia College. A ball high to make it 3-2. Cole Bertram was the main guy that he's familiar with, good buddies with his Red Devil teammate for Cowlitz. He's hasn't appeared yet in this game. There's a payoff pitch, a swing and a miss from Spencer Siegel. Foul tip into the glove, in fact, of Jacob Sharp, and a strikeout for Braden Markham. 1 away in the 6th inning. Brady Majeski will be the batter. Runner on second for the Blackbears, top of the 6th. In a game featuring 21 hits so far, and we're barely halfway through. Brandon Markham looks back at second base, then comes home with a strike on a breaker. 0-1 the count with 1 away. Right in the middle of sunset, kind of going behind the clouds at the horizon. And the lights on here at the Rourke. 0-1 the count from Braden Markham. Looks back at second a couple of times. Now back home. Fastball chopped back to the pitcher. Markham fields, underhands to first. Gets the out. The runner from second does advance to third. But a good play by Braden Markham to get the put out. A 1-3 ground out for Majeski. Turn the lineup over, and leadoff hitter Caden Parker will be up next with a runner on third. The Ridgefield has some breathing room, up by 5. And now with 2 away, the runner at third not quite as dangerous as he would be with less than 2 outs. Infield playing back. Of course, a wild pitch is still scoreable, but a curveball in the zone. Good point for Braden Markham. 0-1 the count with 2 away. Top of the 6th inning. Ridgefield posted 2 scoreless innings in the field in the 3rd and 4th, but Cowlitz came back with abandon in the 5th, scoring 4. But Ridgefield still leads 12-7. 0-1 pitch waved at and missed by Caden Parker. Started 45 games for the Penguins this year, Clark College. Listed at 5'5". He hit .310 this year for Clark College with 2 dingers as a freshman out of West Lynn High School. 0-2 the count to Caden. Fastball, he grounds it off the plate. It'll get to the second baseman, Kirkpatrick. On the second bounce, he fields, throws, accurate and in time to Isaac Lovings for the out. A scoreless inning for Braden Markham. Gives up 1 hit, a double to lead off the frame, but 3 straight outs after that. And he posts a 0 in the top of the 6th. We are on to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Ridgefield. 12-7 is the score. Keep it right here for the moment here on the Raptors live stream. Just want to thank all of you for listening here along the way. The stream will be up every game for Ridgefield games, home and away. As the Raptors will be on the road next week, for example, up in Canada, our first international broadcast in 3 years. We go up to Kelowna and Nanaimo, go across the border. It'll be the only Canadian trip we've got all year long. 5 Canadian teams this year, including 3 new ones, 2 coming back to the league. Did not have any teams north of the border last year due to COVID, and so Victoria shut down, for example, and Kelowna, the other one that was already in the league. And then they add Nanaimo and Kamloops and Edmonton, the 3 new cities joining the West Coast League north of the border, plus the Springfield Drifters, the American team down in Oregon in the Willamette Valley near Eugene. Ridgefield will face Springfield twice, home and away. And so the Raptors will play some of the new teams. Cowlitz will also play the new teams. In fact, they're going to open the West Coast League play at Springfield Friday. Springfield's West Coast League home opener 2 days from now. And their first ever game in the West Coast League for the Drifters. That's a Friday through Sunday series for Cowlitz. Then the Blackbears host Nanaimo, also a new team in the league. So the Blackbears' first 2 series of the year are both against inaugural teams, making their own inauguration, their own debut. So Cowlitz playing the role of hospitality in the West Coast League. Welcome into the league. We'll play you first couple of series here. That's what Cowlitz will do. Ridgefield leads this game, bottom of the 6th, getting underway with a strike swinging. Raul Harada is the new pitcher for Cowlitz. As we begin the bottom of the 6th inning, Steven Espinoza is the batter with a 12-7 lead for Ridgefield. Bottom of the 6th. And a check swing. He did go around 0-2 the count. Raul Harada into the game for the Cowlitz Blackbears against Steven Espinoza, who has an RBI, a walk, a sac fly, and a ground out in the contest. 0-2 pitch is in the turf for ball 1. 1-2. Ridgefield scoring every inning so far of the first 6 frames. The first 5, they're in the 6th inning. Multiple runs more than half the time. 3 runs in both the 3rd and 5th innings, 4 runs in the 2nd, a couple other innings with 1 run. Espinoza turns away from the 1-2 pitch, a ball high and in. And 2 balls and 2 strikes for the San Jose State Spartan. 6'2" right-handed batter digs back in. And the 2-2 pitch from Harada, off speed, popped up towards right field, might stay in play. Mulcair ranging over on the foul line, and he makes the catch in fair territory for the leadoff flyout for Steven Espinoza. Nathan Kirkpatrick, the batter, was reached a couple of times, a double, a flyout, and reached on an error. One of 2 errors Cowlitz has today. No errors today for the Ridgefield Raptors, playing clean baseball and picking up 12 hits in the contest and 12 runs. Kirkpatrick, the 9-hole hitter, 1 for 3 in the contest with 2 runs scored. Raul Harada trying to pitch a scoreless bottom of the 6th inning. Throws low to Nathan Kirkpatrick. First West Coast League action for Nathan Kirkpatrick out of St. Mary's College in California. Comes up to play for Ridgefield this year. 1-0 pitch. He lines this one towards left field over the jumping Nick Miller and towards the wall in left field. Halverson cuts it off in front of the wall. Kirkpatrick wants a double. He slides in feet first safely to throw off the line. And Kirkpatrick in for a 1-out double, his 2nd double of the ball game. One was to left field, 1 to right center. And he's been on base 3 times today. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Ridgefield threatening again, trying to score in every inning. And top of the order, Trent Prokes comes in to hit for Ridgefield, with Mikey Kane on deck and Will Chambers in the hole. 1 out, 1 on for Ridgefield, up by 5 in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes Harada, fastball fouled away. West Coast League, like I mentioned earlier, been in existence since 2005. 17th year of action for the league. And a lot of MLB players have come out of the WCL. And more over the years, as a lot of guys may have played in the league 5 to 10 years ago and just now making it to the MLB ranks. Raul Harada out of the stretch, comes to Trent Prokes for a ball. 1-1 the count to Trent. Runner on second, 5-run lead for the Raptors. This year across MLB rosters, 33 players in the league are West Coast League alumni. Former players right here in the WCL made it on opening day rosters, and that number will only increase as more players get called up over the course of the season. That was just the opening day number. 1-1 the count from Raul Harada. Ground ball up the middle towards second base. Working to his right is Majeski. Throws on a bounce. And coming off the bag is Queso Gata. Safe at first is Trent Prokes on an infield single for the right fielder Prokes. His third single of the day. And that puts runners on the corners for Ridgefield with one out. Kirkpatrick gets to third. Ogata nearly made that play with his foot on the bag. Tough play for Majeski, the second baseman, working away from first, having to whip that throw back. And so I'm putting it in my scorecard as a single. Base hit towards the second baseman. Mikey Kane, the batter. Runners on the corners, one out. Bottom of the sixth. Ridgefield up 12-7. Mikey Kane committed to USC out of College of the Canyons. And pitch low for ball one to Mikey Kane. Mentioned that more players will be called up. Last year, for example, the West Coast League setting a record 31 players on opening day rosters, and that number ballooned to over 50 over the course of the season. 20 more players called up over the course of the year to make their debuts that had been West Coast League players. 1-0 pitch is high, ball two. So with another record 33 on opening day rosters this year that are former West Coast League players, now in MLB, you can expect probably, who knows, maybe another 20 players who will make their debut at some point over the season for their various MLB teams who are West Coast League alumni. 2-0 pitch, Mikey Kane puts it in play, ground ball through the left side for a base hit. It'll score a run. Kirkpatrick comes in from third, and an RBI for Mikey Kane, and the Raptors lead at 13-7. RBI through the left side, and the Raptors have scored in every inning through 6. It's the Raptors 13 and the Blackbears 7. Still only one out in the frame, and Will Chambers to the plate. Trent Prokes got to second base on that hit and stopped there. Kirkpatrick scored. One away, Chambers at the dish, and runners in first and second. The Raptors ahead 13-7. Have come back nicely since giving up 4 runs a couple innings ago, and they have since scored 4 while not allowing any more. So canceling out that home run plus another 3-run home run plus one more that inning. Will Chambers watches ball one outside. 1 out, 1-0 count to Will Chambers, who has an RBI single on the day, an RBI ground out, a walk, and a flyout. This one he puts in play to right field in front of Sean Mulcair for a one-bouncer base hit. That will improve each runner one station and load the bases for Isaac Levings. Second base hit of the day for Will Chambers. And Isaac Levings at the dish. Second time the Ridgefield has loaded the bases today. Levings had a sac fly back in the second inning.
Let's give it up for Isaac Levings.
Will Chambers was the one who was at the plate with the bases loaded. He had an RBI ground out. Then Levings had the sac fly in the second inning to take the lead for the first time, and Ridgefield has not relinquished that advantage. It's 13-7, 1 out, bases loaded. Bottom of the sixth, Levings in the dirt to him, ball one from Harada. 1-0 the count to Isaac Levings. Had 11 home runs this year for Pacific at .319. Had a couple dingers last year and only was on the Ridgefield team for a couple of weeks. Joined late, coming over from the Reno Rams, was the other college team he played for, college summer league team last year. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball outside, it's 2-0. Isaac Levings out of Sunset High School in northern Oregon, Portland metro area, kind of Beaverton area. And now playing some college summer league here in Southwest Washington. 2-0 the count, the bases juiced. Two-seamer for a strike. it's 2-1, 1 out, bases loaded. Mikey Kane is at second. Will Chambers behind him. Trent Prokes ahead of him on the base paths. Bottom of the sixth inning, one away. Harada from the stretch. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and lined into center field. Base hit. It'll score one. Mikey Kane gets around third, and Chris Cota puts up the stop sign. It's an RBI single for Isaac Lovings, and the Raptors have doubled up the Blackbears. It's 14-7. It scores Trent Prokes from third, Mikey Kane to third, Will Chambers to second, and Safea Mawai will be the next hitter, but he might have to wait for a pitching change here. At least there is a mound visit. And Raul Harada was not able to get any momentum early on this inning. And so the pitching coach, Brady Corrigan, comes out to chat with him. As the next batter will be Safea Mawai, although it looks like they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Nick Lorenza has grabbed a bat after Safea Mawai homered in his last at-bat, and they'll give him a chance to make that his final at-bat of the day and end on a good note. So Safea Mawai is replaced by Nick Lorenza. Mawai is playing left field. We'll see if Lorenza goes out to replace him. Lorenza out of Clark College. His first at-bat as a Raptor is with the bases loaded. 1 out, 6th inning. Harada stays in the game. He throws a looping breaking ball for a foul ball off the hands of Nick Lorenza. And 0-1 the count to Nick. Bases juiced. 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Ridgefield scoring 2 runs this frame. Scored 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, 3 runs in the third, 1 run in the fourth, 3 runs in the fifth, and 2 runs here in the sixth. They lead at 14-7 over the Blackbears. Curveball fouled towards the on-deck circle, and scooting away is Doyle Kane. His brother Mikey Kane at third base. Will Chambers, his former College of the Canyons teammate, at second. And Isaac Lovings, after his RBI single, is at first. 0-2 the count to Nick Lorenza with 1 away. Way high. Ball 2 from Harada. Ball 1, excuse me. 1-2 the count to Nick Lorenza. Good day for Safea Mawai. He's pulled out of the game for a pinch hitter, but he had a single and a home run. 4 RBIs, including the 3-run dinger last inning. 1-2 the count to Lorenza. Takes it in the dirt, gets away. Mikey Kane sprinting for home. He'll get there standing up on a wild pitch to score the 15th run of the game for Ridgefield. And it's 15-7, the Raptors in front. Will Chambers to third, Lovings to second. And Nick Lorenza now with a 2-2 count. And runners on second and third with 1 away in the 6th inning. The Raptors have now scored 3 or more runs in 4 different innings. Scored in every inning. And Nick Lorenza trying to add on here. Just 1 out in the frame, bottom of the 6th. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes Harada. Down and away, ball 3. Blocked by Alec Arnone. And it's a full count to Nick Lorenza. Doyle Kane in the on-deck circle for Ridgefield with 1 away. It's the 7th batter that's come to the plate this inning for the Raptors. Here's Harada with a fastball grounded off his glove, bounces to the left of the mound. The shortstop, Stacy, coming in. He has no throw. It's an RBI single for Nick Lorenza in his Raptors debut. And that scores Will Chambers from third. Lovings gets to third, and now it's runners in the corners. 4 runs in on the inning, still only 1 out. And Doyle Kane is up next with 1 away. Harada did a decent job of inducing ground ball contacts and even got his glove on it, but it bounced out of the webbing. Hard hit ball. He really had no chance to, not no chance, but can't blame him for not controlling that ball. It should be ruled a hit and bounced towards the third base side, and in no man's land for a hit. Tosses in a strike to Doyle Kane. Has 2 singles on the day, does Doyle Kane. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball down and away for ball one. One out, runners on the corners for the Ridgefield Raptors. A big lead now for Ridgefield, having scored 4 runs this frame to go up 16-7. A ball outside, throw down to first and nearly get Lorenza. He does get back in time. Good throw from Alec Arnone, the catcher. 16-7 is the score. Ridgefield well in front, was down early in this game, 2-0, and was down 3-1, but tied it in the second inning, took the lead later that frame. Here's Doyle Kane taking for ball 3, 3-1. Cowlitz made it close in the fifth with a 4-run inning to cut it to a 2-run margin. But Ridgefield got the distance right back, scoring 3 that inning in the bottom half and then 4 more this frame. Breaking ball, Doyle Kane rips it through the left side. And both Kane brothers have a hit this inning. Both have an RBI as well. Isaac Lovings trots down the third baseline to score the 17th run of the game. And an RBI for Doyle Kane, a base hit to left field. And that may induce another change. It looks like Jacob Sharp is going to be replaced after his 2 home run day, a double and 2 home runs. And he will finish out with that stat line. And Riley McCarthy will come in for the Ridgefield Raptors to pinch hit. Out of University of Portland. With runners in first and second, 1 out. Off-speed pitch, low for ball 1 to Riley McCarthy. Where's number 37 for the Raptors? Right-hand batter, 6'1", 215 pounds. With 2 runners aboard, 1-0 the count. The Raptors up by 10 runs now over the Blackbears. 1-0 pitch is in for a strike. 1-1 the count. Mentioned the number of players making MLB out of the West Coast League. Ridgefield still waiting for their first MLB player, but hey, the Raptors have only been around since 2019. Takes a few years for guys to get through the minor league ranks, but so many guys from this league have made the show. 1-1 pitch, and McCarthy turns on it, pounds it to left field. It'll land in front of the wall and get to the fence on 2 bounces. It'll score at least 1 run. Kane stops at third base. He ran into the shortstop. He's pointing back to the umpire saying he was interfered with. And I agree, he stumbled around second base and perhaps should be awarded home plate. And even if he's not, Ridgefield still well in front at RBI on McCarthy's first at-bat as a Raptor. It goes down as a double as it rolls all the way to left field to the wall. Doyle Kane gets to third, and it scores Nick Lorenza. It's now 18-7. Ridgefield breaking this game open, already leading 12-7 entering this inning, and it's now 18-7 with 6 more runs. And that's going to be all for Raul Harada. He was able to get 1 out on the first batter of this inning, and then the next 8 guys reached a double, a single, another single, another single, another single, another single, and then a double. And that's been the inning for Ridgefield today, putting the ball in play here in the 6th inning. 18-7 is the score. There is a pitching change. We'll take a break and tell you who it is when we come back. With 1 out in the 6th, the Raptors lead it 18-7.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
A 380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started. 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
Bat around the order for the first time today. Got 8 batters to the plate a couple of times today. And this time finished the job, gone around all the way. 9 batters have come up so far, and we're not done yet in the 6th inning. The Raptors breaking this game open, 18-7 is the margin. And new pitcher coming in for the Cowlitz Blackbears, Bailey Roberson out of Hope International University down in California. Comes in, the left-hander, to try to stymie the Raptors in the 6th inning after Steven Espinoza flied out to open this inning, and the next 8 batters all reached, bookending 6 singles with 2 doubles. And there's runners in second and third with that most recent double by Riley McCarthy. 2 pinch hit base hits as well. And the Raptors, with 8 hits so far this inning, are up to 20 so far in the ball game. 20 hits, and have not committed an error, scored 18 runs. It's been about as good as you could hope for Ridgefield. Granted, they have given up 7 runs in the ball game. So we'll work on the pitching, but good first opportunity for a few different pitchers, and we'll see some more new arms as we go. Bottom of the 6th restarts. Espinoza fouls the ball right off his foot, and he's in some pain. First pitch from Bailey Roberson goes right into the ankle of Steven Espinoza, who's now up and I think smiling a little bit. Good to see him just up and around. Fouled that one right off his foot, and has to kind of shake it off a little bit walking around. As Ridgefield is batted around the order this inning. Espinoza himself was at a decent day. A walk in the 2nd inning, a run scored, a sac fly in the 4th, hit it to center field for his first RBI. He is 0 for 2 in the day with a fly out and a ground out. He's put the ball in play every time other than his walk. As runners in 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Roberson to a healthy Espinoza. Walked off the ankle issue, fouling it off his foot. He's okay, takes a called strike. It's 0-2 on Steven Espinoza out of San Jose State University. 6'2", 200 for the 3rd baseman today for Ridgefield. Last year was Jack Thompson starting at 3rd for the Raptors out of Lewis and Clark. This time it's Espinoza. Swings of the 0-2 in the dirt. Does not get a piece. Will have to throw down to first, and they do. A strikeout for Bailey Roberson. And that's 2 away in the 6th inning. Long-awaited second out of the frame. Took him 9 batters to get it, but Cowlitz does nab that second out, and now 1 out away from straining a couple in scoring position. Nathan Kirkpatrick is up next. He doubled earlier this inning to left field, his 2nd double of the day. 2 down, 2 on for the Raptors, a ball high. And Alec Arnone jumps out of his crouch to go talk with Bailey Roberson. After that ball just high. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's 18-7. The Raptors lead it. 8 hits in the frame, 20 in the ball game for Ridgefield. Have stranded 7 runners today, which is not really all that concerning, considering how many players the Raptors have put on base today. Stranding just over 1 per inning is not the end of the world when you've scored 18 runs. Here's the 1-0 from Roberson. It's to Nathan Kirkpatrick for a strike called. 1-1 the count to Nathan Kirkpatrick. Has not only doubled twice, he's reached on an error and scored and flown out. He's 1 for 2 for 4. 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored in the ball game for today's second baseman. Here's the 1-1 to Kirkpatrick. Breaking ball that runs outside, 2-1. Runner on second is Riley McCarthy, and Doyle Kane is the base runner, 90 feet away from scoring the 19th run of the ball game. 11-run lead for the Raptors. 2 balls and a strike to Kirkpatrick. Swings and grounds one towards short. Ranging to the right is the shortstop, Stacy. Throws on a bounce to first, not in time. And the runner from second coming around to score, McCarthy, gets all the way around from second to score on the throw. And it's a 2-run sequence as Nathan Kirkpatrick singles in a run. He'll get 1 RBI on the play, and then another run scores on the throw. And it's now 20-7. Single to short, and that scored Doyle Kane, and then on a throw that really didn't have a chance to get Nathan Kirkpatrick, And Riley McCarthy with some heads-up base running, seeing Ogata come off the bag, knew he could scoot home on the play. And so now it's just Nathan Kirkpatrick on the base paths, and Ridgefield brings up the 12th batter of the inning. A throw over to first got him picked off, and Kirkpatrick has run up on the base paths. Good move from Roberson, stepped up, and the left-hander rose with his leg, and Kirkpatrick was caught looking and thrown out at first base on a pickoff, and that finally ends the inning. So Ridgefield bats around the order with 11 hitters coming to the plate, get 9 hits and 8 runs on the frame, no errors, and nobody left on with that pickoff move. And so Ridgefield comes away with a 20-7 lead through 6 innings of play. I'll give you the numbers here on the ball game so far, as Ridgefield will likely bring in a new pitcher here. Looks like Jeter Sherman comes in out of Spokane Falls Community College. But Ridgefield picks up 8 runs in the frame to go up 20-7. So through 6 innings of play, the Cowlitz Blackbears have 7 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. They have left on 4 in the contest, all of them in scoring position. They've struck out 6 times and induced just 1 walk from Ridgefield pitchers. Meanwhile, the Raptors, through 6 innings of play, 20 runs on 21 hits, have not committed an error, have left 7 on the base paths, have struck out 6 times, and have drawn 4 walks. And 1 hit batter as well. Big 6th inning to score 8 runs in that frame to break it open. And now Jeter Sherman will come in for Ridgefield. 6'2" right-hander, 230 pounds, out of Spokane Falls Community College. As he takes his warm-up pitches, and he will be facing the Cowlitz middle of the order. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Ethan Stacy, Alan Halverson, and Alec Arnone. 20-7 is the score. Just to kind of finish that thought on the other West Coast League players who have made their MLB debuts in recent years or are currently in Major League Baseball. After 33 players made opening day rosters out of the West Coast League, playing on MLB teams to open up the 2022 MLB season. A few more have already joined their ranks and made their MLB debuts, of former West Coast League players, most notably and most recently Adley Rutschman, former Oregon State player, first overall pick. He's the first West Coast League player to be drafted first overall in the MLB draft. Used to play for the Corvallis Knights in the West Coast League. He's the 113th player all time from the West Coast League to make MLB. The West Coast League's been around since 2005, so 113 players in that span. And I'm sure there are already a few alumni who will make their debut. So that number will keep on rising. Adley Rutschman, his debut about 2 weeks ago, tripled in his first hit as a Baltimore Oriole. Here's Jeter Sherman. His first pitch as a Raptor is outside to Ethan Stacy with a 20-7 lead for the Ridgefield Raptors. Another ball to make it 2-0 to Stacy, who has a single, a walk, a strikeout. 2-0 pitch is down and away for ball 3 to Ethan Stacy. Stephen Kwan also making his MLB debut this year on the opening roster for the Cleveland Guardians, also former Corvallis Knight. Here's a 3-0 at the knees for a 3-1 count. James Paxton, 3-time AL Pitcher of the Week. He used to play for Kelowna. Mitch Haniger, former Corvallis Knight, and an MLB All-Star in 2018. Another strike to run the count full to Ethan Stacy from Jeter Sherman, making his Raptor debut. Starting out the top of the 7th, the 13-run lead. The payoff pitch is blooped to left field, coming in a hurry, making a diving attempt. Did he hold on? Lorenza comes in, and he held on to that ball. Actually, that's Doyle Kane, who shifted over to left field. He was playing center field earlier, and Doyle Kane makes the sliding play for the out and records the put out in left field, 1 away in the 7th inning. Helps out Jeter Sherman. And Callan Halverson is up next. So some changes defensively for Ridgefield with a couple pinch hitters coming in. So no more Safea Mawai in left field as that pitch in for a strike. Still Steven Espinoza at third base and Mikey Kane at short. Doyle Kane in left. 0-2 the count from Jeter Sherman, the new pitcher for Ridgefield. Kirkpatrick still at second base. Isaac Loving still the first baseman. Trent Prokes still at right field. 0-2 pitch low for ball one. And Nick Lorenza is now playing center field for the Ridgefield Raptors. Swing and a miss on the 1-2 pitch, and Jeter Sherman strikes out Halverson on a 4-pitch punch out. And Alec Ornoni is up next. 7th strikeout of the day for Ridgefield pitchers. And they may bring in a pinch hitter here. Cowlitz bring in Louis Albrecht out of Washington State University. 20-7 is the score. Ridgefield in front in the top of the 7th inning. Albrecht in his first Cowlitz at bat takes low and away for ball one. Mentioned this a couple times. We'll see if I jinx it again. No 1-2-3 innings for either team today. Sherman an out away from recording the first one. Gets a strike to even the count at 1-1. Mentioned a couple other MLB players. Marco Gonzalez, former Wenatchee Apple Sox player in the MLB, playing for the Seattle Mariners. Shane Bieber, Cy Young Award winner in 2020 with the Cleveland Guardians. He used to play for Cowlitz, so there's a Black Bear alum. Great pitcher for Cleveland. A lot of other guys in MLB. Drew Rasmussen, Matt Boyd, Nick Madrigal, Andrew Vaughn, Connor Joe, Jacoby Ellsbury, Reese Hoskins. A lot of fun guys. 1-1 pitch swung on, or 1-2 pitch swung on and missed by Louis Albrecht. And that's a 2 straight strikeout inning for Jeter Sherman, and he retires the side in order. First time that any pitcher today for either team has recorded a 1-2-3 inning. And the Raptors are through the 7th, or the top half of the 7th. It's time to stretch here in Ridgefield. Bottom of the 7th coming up. It's the Raptors 20 and the Cowlitz Blackbears 7.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A&A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A&A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A&A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A&A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Score. Raptors, a high-powered offense from last year, leading the league in most offensive categories all year. Ridgefield ended up first or second in the West Coast League last year in runs, hits, doubles, home runs, RBIs, total bases, batting average, and slugging percentage. Out of the 10 teams in the West Coast League last year. Be harder to do this year. They're 16 teams in the league, but hey, if you score 20 runs and have 21 hits in a ball game, that's a good sign for doing something similar this year. Bottom of the 7th inning with Bailey Roberson still pitching for the Cowlitz Blackbears. And he is facing Trent Prokes, throws a strike to open up the bottom of the 7th. Prokes, who has had an at-bat in every inning but one. Now leading off the 7th inning. 0-1 pitch to Trent is fouled away for strike 2. 0-2. He walked in the first inning, singled in the second, singled in the third. Did not have a 4th inning at bat, then grounded out in the 5th and singled in the 6th. He's 3 for 4. 2 runs scored. Mostly hit the ball to right field. 2 singles towards that direction. Is behind 0-2 from Roberson. Here's a fastball down and away for ball 1 to Trent Prokes out of Modesto Junior College. Hit .269 for the Pirates this spring. And is hitting .750 so far for the Ridgefield Raptors. Bottom of the 7th inning. The Raps leading 20-7. Prokes accounting for 3 of the team's 21 hits. Takes low and away for ball 2. Last year, Cowlitz was 4th in the West Coast League in average, but a lot of singles. They were 3rd to last in slugging percentage. Better pitching team. They were 3rd in ERA. Cowlitz was known for low-scoring games. Ridgefield quite the opposite. 2-2 pitch in on the hands. Prokes grounds it towards the first base side. Ogata comes over to field, tosses back to the pitcher. Roberson covering, steps on the bag just in time to get Trent Prokes. He's retired 3-1 on the putout. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. A rare leadoff out for Ridgefield. Prokes himself has led off a couple of innings, including that first inning when he walked. Jacob Sharp homered to lead off the 2nd inning. Doyle Kane singled to lead off the 3rd. Last inning, Ridgefield didn't get a leadoff hit, but then the next 8 guys got base hits in a row. And Ridgefield batted around the order last frame. This time a leadoff out, 1 away. 20-7 the score, and a hit by pitch on the first offering to Mikey Kane. Plunks him on the quad, near the knee. And he has no shin guard, no protection at all on that left leg. He's kind of jogging, doing some high knee sort of stuff down the first baseline. Seems okay, a little sore perhaps, but as long as it's just a little contusion, nothing too bad, I hope, for Mikey Kane. He goes to first base after the hit by pitch. There have been 2 hit by pitches today, and Mikey Kane has suffered both of them. Will Chambers, meanwhile, will bat from the right side for the first time today. The switch hitter has a couple of singles, plus an RBI ground out and a walk, while batting from the opposite side. Now sees a left-handed pitcher for the first time. Takes a pitch in the dirt. It bounces off the mask of Louis Albrecht, the new catcher for the Blackbears. It bounces away and allows Mikey Kane to jog to second. Good sign just to see Kane running after getting plunked, and he is able-bodied enough to get to second base on the wild pitch after getting hit. So clearly not too much injury there for Mikey Kane. Good to see. Will Chambers, an RBI opportunity with 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. The Raptors leading by 13 runs. Will Chambers watches strike 1 from Bailey Roberson. Chambers singled last inning and scored. There's a fly out to right field, a single to right field, a ground out to second base, and a walk. Every time as a left-handed hitter, he pulled the ball. He'll hit both ways. On the right side, hit it to all field, so you'll see him hit the ball to right field a lot, since he'll do it from either side. But he's primarily a pull hitter from that side as well. Fouls 1 back. It's 1-2 with 1 away for Will Chambers. Out of Dixie State University, played 35 games and hit .250. Runner on second for Will Chambers with 1 out in the 7th inning. Outfield playing him pretty deep. Under the lights here in Ridgefield. Here's the 1-2, swings and pulls it to left field. Coming over and unable to make the catch is Halverson. It bounces past him. He lost his footing. Will Chambers will scoot to second for a 1-out double. His first extra base hit as a Raptor. Mikey Kane scores from second base. And the third time that Will Chambers has collected an RBI. This time on a double to left field. Isaac Lovings will be the batter after Will Chambers swaps places with Mikey Kane. A run scored, putting Ridgefield up 21-7. 22nd hit on the day for Ridgefield. Isaac Lovings, who had an RBI single last inning. A walk, a sac fly for Isaac Lovings. He is 1 for 3 on the contest. Watches ball 1 a bit high. Will Chambers on second, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Nick Lorenzo is on deck for Ridgefield. Infield playing up the middle to Lovings, who fouls one back. 1-1 the count to Isaac Lovings. Now the sac fly in the second inning that put Ridgefield ahead for good. Cowlitz scored enough runs where they would have taken a lead had Ridgefield not continued to put more distance between them and the Blackbears. It's now 21-7. Ridgefield in front. 1-1 pitch to Isaac Lovings is at the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Cowlitz fans not used to this sort of score. Like I said, one of the best pitching stabs in the league last year. ERA under 4. One of only 3 teams to do that in the West Coast League last year. But this year giving up 21 runs. 1-2 pitch is popped up on the infield. Playable for Miller, the third baseman, drifting over and makes the catch for out number 2. Pop up to the third baseman, and it's Nick Lorenzo's turn. Had a pinch hit single RBI last inning. As Ridgefield has continued to score every inning, including that double by Will Chambers, continuing that trend. Last inning, got a leadoff man out and wondered, well, maybe this will be the inning where they don't score. They ended up scoring more runs than in the other inning. 8 in the 6th. 1 more run here in the 7th. That's 21-7. 3 touchdowns to 1. Here's Nick Lorenzo. Strike on the inside edge. Lorenzo out of Clark College, and here in Vancouver, in Clark County. Ridgefield just a stone's throw away. 0-1 the count to Nick Lorenzo from Bailey Roberson. Runner on second. In the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 down. Off-speed pitch just misses for ball 1. Roberson came in last inning to try to put out the fire after 8 straight batters had reached off of Raul Harada. And Roberson did get out of the inning a couple batters later. Now tries to limit damage, just 1 run here in the 7th. Here's the 1-1 pitch with 2 outs, low, ball 2. Chambers jogs back to second. All 4 new clubs in the West Coast League playing tonight. 4 new teams joining the West Coast League. 3 of them Canadian teams, plus the Springfield Drifters. Springfield actually started last night, so they're not all debuts, but they're all playing tonight. 2-1 pitch lifted to right field, tailing foul and going foul. 2-2 the count to Nick Lorenzo. Springfield beat Bellingham yesterday 4-2 to begin their legacy as a ball club on the road. Play a 3-game non-league series versus Bellingham, then come back home to host Cowlitz in their West Coast League opener. The Nanaimos at Portland, their first games as a ball club. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second to Nick Lorenzo. Right-hand hitter facing left-hand pitcher Bailey Roberson. Outfield playing him a bit towards right field. Roberson looks back at second. Here's the 2-2. Down and in. He swings and does not get a piece in the dirt. The throw to first puts him out and ends the inning. And Ridgefield scores a measly 1 run, but keeps the streak alive, having scored in every inning. They lead 21-7. Tell you who the new pitcher is for Ridgefield when we return. Big lead for the Raptors as we head to the 8th inning. 21-7. Raptors in front.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, cruise retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Looks like Chandler DeYoung comes in for the Ridgefield Raptors to open up the 8th inning. He's got some run support. It's 21-7. The Raptors in front. In the top of the 8th, Chandler DeYoung, 6'3" right-hander, 200 pounds, out of San Diego Christian. And the lanky right-hander comes in to encounter the middle of the order for the Cowlitz Blackbears. Sean Mulcair will lead off for Cowlitz, who made it close in the middle of this ball game, scoring 4 runs in the 5th to cut the Ridgefield lead down to 9-7. Seemed like they might be on the comeback trail, just like the season opener from last year, when Ridgefield got up 8-3 and did not hold on. Scoring 7 runs in the 7th inning did Cowlitz last year to win it 10-8 to open the season. That ended up being the difference in the Columbia River Cup. Both teams won 3 games against each other in the remaining contests throughout the year. So that first game was the difference, with Cowlitz winning in the comeback. Both times that these teams have played against each other, 2019 season, 2021 season, 7 games between them both times. It's been 4-3 in terms of games won. Ridgefield won 4 in 2019. Cowlitz won 4 games in 2021. So it's always come down to the wire, where the last game of the year has made the difference, or the first game, however you look at it. Every single game made the difference, but it came down to 1 game, and maybe again. So this could be the difference. Ridgefield cruising into the 8th, ahead by 14 runs. Chandler DeYoung's first pitch as a Raptor is a strike. At the bottom of the zone to Sean Mulcair. At the University of Portland, he's got a ground out, a strikeout, and a big home run in that 5th inning. A 3-run home run. He has not had an at-bat since. They've gone scoreless the last 2 frames. There's a lot of Ridgefield players have already had 5 or 6 plate appearances. Top 5 guys in the order have been able to come to the plate 6 times. Whereas Sean Mulcair, after that home run in the 5th inning, cut the lead to 2. Ridgefield has scored 12 runs since his last at-bat. Here's the 0-2 to Mulcair, swings and lifts it high in the air, not deep, shallow center field. The second baseman, Kirkpatrick, waving his arm to call for it. And Nate makes the catch, 1 away. In the top of the 8th, Case Ogata, the hitter, to face Chandler DeYoung. Nice kid, just met him yesterday, joins Jacob Kokeni. Slightly older than him, but both from San Diego Christian. Kokeni's been there for 2 years. I believe Kokeni there for 3 years. DeYoung a year younger. And DeYoung throws the first pitch to Ogata, who bounces it through the left side for a single to get a Black Bear on the base paths here in the 8th inning. First base runner for the Blackbears since the double to lead off the 6th inning for Nick Miller. And now Miller will be the batter. So Ridgefield retired 8 in a row. And for the first time at a 1-2-3 inning last frame. Nick Miller out of Lower Columbia College, facing Chandler DeYoung for the first time with 1 out. A sweeper for a ball high, slider from DeYoung for a 1-0 count. Nick Miller has been electric today, 2 doubles and a single. But his offensive efforts have been outmatched by Ridgefield's 21 runs on 23 hits. A strike on the down in corner, 1-1 the count. The plane comes overhead with 1 away here in the 8th inning. The day off tomorrow, home game Friday against Walla Walla. Hope to see you here at the ballpark. 6:35 first pitch in the West Coast League opener. 1-1 pitch down and away from Chandler DeYoung. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Ridgefield ahead 21-7. Will, not to be presumptuous, but we'll have 1 more at-bat and not need their bottom of the 9th hacks should they maintain the lead. A foul ball from Nick Miller to make it 2-2. And if they score next inning, they will go the entire game scoring in every frame. They've done that before. Early last season, had 8 at-bats and scored in every inning. Did that against Bend in the West Coast League opening series. Now trying to do it in the season opener. 2-2 pitch bounced in the dirt, 3-2 the count. Really more pointedly right now, just trying to get out of the inning. Runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Chandler DeYoung, facing Nick Miller. 3 hits on the day. Can they finally get him out? 3-2 pitch, ground ball to short, 2-bouncer, underhanded from Kane to Espinoza, over to first, in time. The 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. And Chandler DeYoung faces the minimum in the 8th. A pop out, a single, a double play. And just like that, Cowlitz is done in the 8th. No runs on 1 hit. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning and Ridgefield's probable final time at the plate here at the Rourke tonight to face Bailey Roberson one more time. When we come back, it'll be Doyle Kane leading off for the Raptors, who lead 21-7.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Bottom of the 8th inning from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Josh Warren with you for the entirety of today's ball game, all season with the play-by-play, and all of 28 runs today between these two ball clubs. 2/3 of them or 3/4 of them, let me get my math straight here, 75% of those 28 runs by Ridgefield. 21-7 is the score. Doyle Kane will lead off the bottom of the 8th with that lead. And facing Bailey Roberson again. He singled off of Bailey in the 6th inning. Actually, no, that was off Harada, so first time that Kane has faced Bailey Roberson. Fouls it back for a strike. 0-1 the count to Doyle Kane, his 6th plate appearance of the day. Started out with a strikeout in the 1st inning, then singled in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 4th, singled in the 5th, singled in the 6th. A good day for Doyle Kane. On deck behind him is Riley McCarthy. 0-1 pitch to Kane, breaking ball, strike. 0-2 the count, just starting out the bottom of the 8th inning. Big lead for Ridgefield on opening day. A day off to rest the bats, cool them off a little bit, and then tune up for Friday night's contest to open West Coast League play. 0-1 pitch is lifted to right field, tailing towards Mulcair, going back to the warning track, and he makes the catch on the jog. Could slow down a little bit once he got to that ball, but still on the run, made the grab just in front of the track for a fly out to right field. Jacob Sharp was batting in the 7th hole to begin the day. That's the spot in the order up next. He was pulled for a pinch hitter with the lead healthily large. He had contributed to that mightily with 2 home runs and a double for Jacob Sharp. And he's my MVP in today's ball game, but Riley McCarthy picked up where he left off, pinch hitting for him, and doubled in the 6th. Now McCarthy's second at-bat of the day begins with a called strike from Bailey Roberson. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out, bases empty. 21-7 the score with Ridgefield in front. 0-1 the count from Roberson, down and in, 1-1. Last year, Ridgefield lost this game in the season opener. They continue to play a non-league game 2 days before the West Coast League opener every year against Cowlitz to begin the Columbia River Cup, a rivalry between Cowlitz and Ridgefield. Last year, Cowlitz won it. Here's a fly ball from McCarthy on the 1-1 pitch. Not too deep, coming over is Halverson, makes the grab, and a fly out for out number 2. Ridgefield won the game back in 2019, their first ever game as a ball club. June 1st, 2019, and beat Cowlitz in that non-league game. That was in Longview, then played at home the next 2 seasons against Cowlitz. Lost last year, and now if they can hold on to this lead, we'll go 2-1 against Cowlitz in the opening day category. Steven Espinoza is up next for Ridgefield with 2 outs and the bases empty in the 8th inning. Fouls 1 on the first pitch. Espinoza with an RBI in the 4th inning. Still looking for a base hit. Every other hitter does have a hit so far, but Espinoza, even though he does not yet have a base hit, has been productive. 0-1 pitch, he grounds it on the right side. Ogata fields on the second hop. He puts his hand up and runs to the bag himself, fending off his pitcher and says, "I got it." Indeed, he does. and puts him out. First time the Ridgefield has gone 1-2-3. First time they've gone scoreless in any inning today. Still lead 21-7 as we head to top of the ninth inning. It'll be Tyler Tilton coming in to pitch the ninth. Not a save opportunity, but Tilton will come in to pitch the ninth. I only heard a bit of the pitching plan for Ridgefield. I knew they were going to bring in a new pitcher every inning, bring in 9 different guys. They have 10 pitchers available, so throw 9 guys and allow the 10th to be ready to perhaps start on Friday. I pose the question, what if you go extra innings? What if you go 16? But that will not be the case unless Cowlitz scores 14 this frame. And so Tyler Tilton will have plenty of run support to work with. Tyler Tilton, the right-hander, 5'11", 175 out of Chaffey College, will come in. So Ridgefield's final numbers offensively, assuming they don't get another time at the plate, 21 runs, 23 hits, helped out by 2 errors, left 8 on the base path, struck out 8 times. Not bad considering the number of hits they had. Walked 4 times and got hit by a pitch twice. Helped out by Trent Prokes, 3 hits. Mikey Kane added 2 of his own. Will Chambers had 3, including a double. Isaac Lovings had 1 base hit, an RBI single, plus a sac fly and a walk. Safea Mawai had an RBI and a 3-run home run. Nick Lorenza had a single. Doyle Kane had 3 base hits. So that's 7, 8, 9, I believe 10 players had a hit today for Ridgefield, since 2 pinch hitters came in, got a base hit, plus the 8 starters who had a hit. Jacob Sharp had 2 home runs, a double. Riley McCarthy hit in his spot in the order. Pinch hitting, had a double of his own. Steven Espinoza had an RBI sac fly. And Nathan Kirkpatrick was the other starter to get a base hit, a double, 2 doubles and a single for Kirkpatrick. And despite the number of runs, 28 runs, it has not been an especially long game. Matching last year's total of 3 hours, we are exactly at the 3-hour mark. Now we still have 1 more half inning to play. 3 more outs to get for Tyler Tilton as we go to the top of the 9th inning. 21-7 is the score. Tilton taking his warm-up pitches. And will face the bottom of the order for Cowlitz. Spencer Siegel's spot in the lineup to begin. He's going to be pinch hit for. Siegel is DHing, and I believe that's Bailey Roberson going to hit for himself. So they burn the DH in the top of the 9th inning. And Roberson, who pitched pretty well over the last couple innings and is the only pitcher to throw a scoreless inning today for Cowlitz. And Bailey Roberson will pinch hit out of Hope International University. And he will hit to open up the top of the 9th inning. Ridgefield has a player from Hope International. It's Michael Lozano. I believe he's the only pitcher to not throw today. 10 pitchers in the bullpen, and he did not pitch. Roberson takes a hack and misses. No, he got a piece, foul ball on the first offering from Tyler Tilton. His debut as a Raptor. Top of the 9th. 8 strikeouts so far for Ridgefield pitchers. Here comes the 0-2 from Tyler Tilton. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Roberson goes down on 3 pitches. And tacos for all the crowd with the requisite number of strikeouts in the ball game. And so Tyler Tilton gets that Taco Bell strikeout. Brady Majeski, the batter for the Cowlitz Blackbears. 1 out, top of the 9th. Ridgefield leading 21-7. Majeski takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Ridgefield again, day off tomorrow. Come back to the ballpark Friday for a 6:35 opener, West Coast League opener, first league game. And that one against Walla Walla. Cowlitz is a West Coast League team, but it's a non-league affair. That ball in the dirt and hit the umpire, Dave Ratcliffe, who's just a few outs away from ending his long night. A lot of hitters he's seen parade in front of him, and I hope he's okay, able to stay on his feet and just walk it off after that ball clipped off his leg. And so it is a 2-1 count to Brady Majeski with 1 out and the bases empty in the top of the 9th inning. 21-7 the lead for Ridgefield. And the season opener here against Cowlitz. Walla Walla coming here for the 3-game series Friday, Saturday, Sunday, day off Monday, and then go to Canada Tuesday. A ball outside, 3-1 to Brady Majeski out of Mount Hood Community College, 0 for 3 on the day. Here is the 1-strike pitch. It's lifted foul behind home plate to run the count full. On deck is Caden Parker, leadoff hitter for the Blackbears today. 9th pitcher of the ball game for the Ridgefield Raptors, Tyler Tilton, has joined Josh Sandoval, Ryan Obrecht, Braden Markham, Harrison Howell. This ball fouled away, keeps the count full. Jacob Kokeni and Ben Hart. And just about every pitcher that Ridgefield had on the roster and available, they threw him. And of course, there'll be some more coming in. Eli Schubert is set to come back to Ridgefield this year. Here's a ground ball on the 3-2 right towards Kirkpatrick. The second baseman sidearms to first in time. 2 away in the 9th inning. And Ridgefield 1 out away from getting to 1-0 on the year. It'll be a good start in the Columbia River Cup, which Ridgefield narrowly lost last year. Cowlitz winning 4 games out of the 7 to get the trophy. And Ridgefield could gain the catbird seat tonight, leading 21-7. Here's Tyler Tilton to Caden Parker for a called strike. Parker with a base hit today. He's 1 for 4. Continuing his streak. He's from Clark College. Started 45 games for the Penguins and finished on a 5-game hit streak, closing May 17th. The West Lynn native gets a hit to start out this season. Pops one up foul. Isaac Lovings runs out of room. Strike 2 in the foul ball. A freshman from Clark College. Just finished his first year in Vancouver. Coming up from West Lynn, a former Lion in high school. West Lynn Lions in the Three Rivers League. And now playing for the Cowlitz Blackbears in the summer of 22. Here's the next pitch from Tyler Tilton high for ball 1, 1-1. 2 outs to Tyler Tilton, or from Tyler Tilton to Caden Parker. 1-2 if I'm not mistaken, is the count with the bases empty with 2 away. Here comes Tilton and a swing and a foul tip into the glove, held onto by McCarthy, and that's the ball game. Ridgefield wins it 21-7 on the back of 23 hits. 2 home runs for Jacob Sharp, another home run for Safea Mawai, and the Raptors blow the doors open to begin the 2022 season. 21-7 the final score on 23 hits and no errors for the Ridgefield Raptors. Well, thanks for joining us here from the Rourke. Hope you can join us as well on Friday at 6:35. Cowlitz will head down to Springfield. You can hear Brendan Riley on the call down in Springfield if you're a Cowlitz fan. And join me here, I'm Josh Warden, Friday night at 6:35 against Walla Walla. For everyone here from Ridgefield, for head coach Chris Code and everyone else in the organization, thanks for joining us on the season opener, where the Ridgefield Raptors score in the first 7 innings, at least 1 run each time, and win it 21-7. And an offensive firepower type of night in the season opener. So long from Ridgefield until Friday night at 6:35. Have a safe evening and see you in a couple of days here from Ridgefield. Signing off from the Rourke, I'm Josh Ward. Thanks for tuning in as the Raptors win it to open the season. So long, everybody.